GhanaTalks breakfast show. Your daily dose. Here we go. GhanaTalks breakfast show. GhanaTalks breakfast show. Only on GhanaTalks radio. Turn it up and stay tuned. For the top that moves you and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks breakfast show.
Good morning, Ghana. It's a brand new morning. Welcome to the first segment of the breakfast show on GhanaTalks Radio, where we discuss topical issues from politics, social to business. And as usual, I'm not doing this alone. But even before we delve into the topical issues for today, let's look at some trending stories that we have on the front pages this morning. So we are starting from the custodian, and it says, Voter Review Authority boss urges utility companies to power African future. Galamsey booms under NDC as government leaves Agenda 111 hospital for illegal miners. And also to the publisher, Youth Employment Agency contract expired. Zumalayon clarifies minority slums Dumsor levy. And also to the Business Finder, financial market against Africa, and also to Daily Graphic, state media eyes financial relief. And to the Chronicles, Ghana Revenue Authority edges closer to revenue target. Daily Guide says top ex-National Service Authority officials halt over 548 million theft. So I think this is basically what we will give to you this morning. And then maybe subsequently, as the day goes by, whatever pops up, we'll bring it to you live. And so, as I said earlier on, I have with me right here in the studios my knowledgeable panelists, Miss Regina Bless and Miss Nabi. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Miss Regina, how are you doing?
I'm good by grace aside.
I'm fine. Thanks for
Yeah,
asking.
fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, I'm recovering.
Oh, we thank God.
Miss Nabi, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good by His grace. What about you?
I'm good.
You're the hot pink and
I wonder-
light pink.
When you said there was something came in mind, but not so you're also diverting through a different route.
hot pink.
I wanted to say, are you sitting on a hot seat today, or the seat is warm? Is the seat warm or it's okay? Like your seat, is it warm?
It's
okay.
hot. It's okay.
It's fine. Oh,
I sure.
so let's talk about. Let me see. What are you having for breakfast this morning?
Oh, I have some refrigerated. Me mawo. Me mau. It's here for me.
Yes, he has already registered. So
No.
please, we are begging you, for the sake of Christ.
I won't, because the way I'm not even landed, but
He has already registered.
Oh, it's small. This one is for only one tummy.
So what? So you 1, 2, 3, rock 4,
Share.
manager 5.
Money
people
na me
6.
mamo.
You should have brought like a full paint.
It was a full bottle, but I drank. She's here. She's the original Zainab. So what I'm
okay.
taking is Zainab Burkina.
Please, we need some.
So, Madam
Miss
Zainab.
Zainab.
What? You bought it for me?
No, I didn't buy it for you. But I know that when it comes to Muslims, they are very good in making Burkina.
Yeah.
So please, one of these days, just
watch it.
dedicate 2 days and do Burkina for us and bring
You know,
us.
the Burkina something, even though when they say Burkina, most of them think, Muslims, how to. But nobody knows, like,
But
not all the Muslims that know.
90% of them.
Yeah.
90.
Just like Wachi, we trust Muslims.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
but the,
Chiozafi, we trust you.
Yeah.
but the Burkina too, you shouldn't trust all Muslims though. Some of them, like, it might be nice, but the quality you are looking for, you not get it. Like me, like this, when you talk of Burkina, me, I don't know how to,
Oh, you don't have to do it.
No.
Oh, but I think you can still learn it.
Yeah, I know.
No. Olenia
Pito.
What of Pito?
No, Muslims do not do. They don't.
It's the northerners.
Yes.
No.
But she's equally a northerner.
No. Are you a northerner?
No.
Muslim. Not all Muslims are northerners.
No.
Oh, okay. So which side are you from? Savannah.
No.
Where? Which part?
No, we'll talk about that one later. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey!
I see. Okay, so now,
so you're not a Ghanaian.
I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay.
I think just as she said that after we have a lot of things to disclose, but that will be after this. So let's move on to the main issue for today. So to our first story, requests for unofficial payment to access public service in Ghana rose sharply in the second half of 2025, with nearly 7 in 10 citizens who encountered bribery reporting that public officials demanded extra payment, according to new governance data released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The survey also found that the proportion of Ghanaians who paid a bribe increased from 14.3% in the first half of 2025 to 18% in the second half, meaning about 1 in 6 people paid a bribe to a public official during the period. Government statistician Dr. Alhassan Idrisu, speaking at a governance series event organized by 3 Report and the Ghana Statistical Service on Tuesday, August 4th, said the findings showed conditions worsened over the last 6 months of 2025, even though the country's overall performance for the year improved compared with 2024. He said requests for extra payment increased even more sharply, rising from 51% in the first half of 2025 to 69% in the second half. Despite the deterioration in the second half of the year, he said the broader annual trend remained positive. The government statistician said the survey tracks the same nationally representative households across all 16 regions, allowing changes in governance indicators to reflect real changes in people's experiences rather than differences in survey samples. The findings cover citizens' experiences between July and December 2025 and were collected during the first quarter of 2026 through interviews with households heads. So this is from the Ghana Statistical Service. You see, just as we thought that we are done with corruption or bribery, and anything that has to do with corruption and bribery, we wake up every morning to a new story. And a new survey from Ghana Statistical Service shows that the rate at which Ghanaians pay for something before they are given an offer or before they are being handed over a job opportunity or services or something, they need to pay, they need to give something out. Like you give out money. And so it has become like some sort of protocol. So when you don't give out, you are not being taken in, regardless of how competent you are, regardless of how credible you are. The government officials we have of late, which even cut across all government institutions, they are only ready for the money and know how competent you are. And you see, I tried doing a bit of research, and then I realized that there are some institutions that talked, and one of them has to do with the MTTD, the Motor Traffic and Transport Department, especially the police. And we know in 2024 they were topping when it has to do with bribery and corruption, and hopefully this year they are also topping. Miss Regina, how did we get here?
We got here by corrupt leaders, because these leaders are people we are looking up to. And I'm not really surprised when it comes to the surge in bribery, because looking at the surge in bribery, it is not one factor, it is a combination of factors. A lot of things come together to make it bribery. It's just like we're talking about collective responsibility. So when it comes to the surge in bribery, it is a collective responsibility. We all have a role to play. We all have a hand in it. because as I'm saying, we have factors, and some of these factors has to do with our own greed and selfishness. And before I move to some of the factors, when it comes to our normal day to day, even in the offices, you yourself, you bribe me. Yeah, today I'll trick you, bribe me. Sometimes you be like, Reggie, do this for me. I'll buy coffee for you. You bribe me. So you see,
I owe you yogurt. Yeah.
No, I think the last time it was pizza. Yes, it was pizza.
Just said also.
So you see, bribery starts with this petty things, and we see it to be nothing.
Right.
This is what, at the end of the day, it's escalating to something big. And so looking at some of the factors that drives bribery, first off, you have the low public sector salaries or financial pressure. So some officials may seek unofficial payments because at the end of the day, the salary they are taking is little, so they need a supporting system and that supporting system, that is where the bribery comes in. So sometimes when you go, I don't know if you've really studied this, if you go to some public or offices, what do? You cut corners. You just pay money and they speed up the process for you. That is where bribery starts from, but it's not supposed to be like that. No matter how long the queue is, the line anymore, and at the end of the day you will be attended to. But when it comes to Ghanaians, we don't want that. So as I'm saying, the bribery is not only for the politicians, for these big people, we ourselves, we do it. Police officer Cho, you know that what you did is wrong. Like I said, dear, because we already have the notion that when it comes to these officers, they are corrupt. Now, or they sika ashe ne card ni mo so de jiwe fashion. Now police officer now or no so excuse me to say bi onyan say ni chim no. Now no so pocket sika no. Now wa maniko. When you take the money, that's the offense erased. No, the offense is still there. That's why we still have reckless drivers around. Now, looking at weak accountability and oversight, when it comes to our public officials, our public services, our public sector, this is one thing they lack. Oversight, supervision. This is one thing they lack. We would always, and day in and day out, compare the public offices to the private offices.
Right.
There's no way this institution lacks transparency. There's no way it lacks oversight. There's no way it lacks supervision. One day if you don't do something, they already know. And they will question you, why is this thing not being done? But go to the public sector. Some people at the end of the day would even tell you, oh, man, I will still receive my salary because productivity is not on the rise there. Productivity is very low, and excuse me to use this word, useless. So I think it's high time they really check that. And also we have delay and bureaucracy. I think I've already made mention of that, where people cut corners. They don't want to always be delayed. They want to quicken every process. Let's say when it comes to passports, they call something, is it partial? Yes, partial. And they'll, I think passport is around 350, 400, but the moment you want partial, the price surges to almost 2,000, 3,000, and if you only have the money, you would pay for it. And also economic pressures on both citizens and officials. The rising cost of living, how inflation affects us, our economy not being stable, CD not being stable. Ubeko Chrome today, BBA, the price of this phone is, let's say, 1,000 cedis. Ubeko Neninam 3,000. Nina economic pressure, and also cultural normalization. And I think that is the commonest of it all. We've normalized bribery. We've really normalized bribery. Police officer Cho Obejo. We call the judicial system or this legal aspect. Omobejo. We call hospital cry. When you go to this passport office, Ghana card, even with some of these, your friend is saying, police station. I never knew that to make an arrest they take money. Did you know?
No.
Ah.
Before when you call
Before a police officer would go and arrest someone for you.
Oh no.
Just recently we had a case and they said 500 cedis.
The police officer is
Yes, and me akasa mechi nipa no huhu. So you see, I never knew till today, but I know that if you want to file a case, you pay 50 cedis for that one day. I know, but I never know to make an arrest. That, let's say, what if your life is at stake? It means if you don't have that 500 cedis, your life will just be useless. So when it comes to bribery, we have a lot to do. They have to look at all these factors. They need to make sure that they pick out the bad nuts from the system, and it has to do with the top people up there. They shouldn't concentrate on us, as we are just the branches, we are just the fruits. But the people up there are the ones rooted deep in the soil. And also they need to make sure that at the end of the day, they need to make sure that at the end of the day, everything goes seamlessly and smoothly well. And I think we would all be happy, because when it comes to President Mahama, his sole purpose is to scrap corruption. And I think, I say, but we have a long way to go.
Before I move to Miss Nabi, people are saying that the survey by Ghana Statistical Service is not valid.
It's not valid.
It's just, misperception of something else.
So bribery is not on the rise.
That is what they are saying.
When it comes to the GSS, or looking at some of these surveys, as we already know that some of these surveys are sponsored. But one thing I can be rest assured is when it comes to bribery, it is not sponsored. Bribery is not sponsored. We know it. We deal with it day in and day out. We've experienced it. So if you've not experienced something, that is where you say that, oh, wait there. When it comes to bribery in Ghana here, in every office, in every institution, especially the public sectors, it is on the rise. It has skyrocketed. Bribery, it has skyrocketed. See, I don't know, but when you had issues with your Ghana card, probably it went well for you. Did you pay?
No, I didn't pay.
But was it delayed?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to
if
the
you had paid, you not see that it will delay.
I was sent to the what's the name?
The Ghana Police Service.
And then I wrote a statement, and then they asked me to go back to NIA. I went there. I wrote a statement again. Then they have to take the process from scratch. But then I didn't pay. But I was cautioned.
That
money is CBM.
If you had paid, you wouldn't have even gone to the your friend is saying police to write a statement. You just go straight there. Oh, this is the issue I'm facing. You take this man or their share envelope move back. They'll just do it fast for you. So it's all about money. Money speeding things. It's the process. It makes the process very quick. Yeah. So they shouldn't say this is fake. Bribery is really there.
Miss Nabi, with the issue of corruption, can we really eradicate it?
It will be very, very hard. First of all, let me talk about one factor that she did mention about the cultural normalization. I think that's where it started. Because, traditional, when you're given gifts, to show appreciation to people. But in a way, emotionally, if you keep giving a gift to someone and one day you need something from this person, the person will not think twice. He knows that because this person has been giving me something, he will not even think, and, even if there is a back door or in a way for him to squeeze you in, the person is going to do it. Because you've been given the person gifts. No, normally giving gifts is, you're showing appreciation to this person. But them doing that, in order for this corruption to stop, it will, start from this decision makers, our leaders up there. Because it starts from them. Even though we don't see all of it, but we know. That's where it starts, and these are police people. There have been videos that we've seen out there, police asking for bribe and all that, and even in schools. Like, I quite remember when I completed senior high, my mom had wanted me to go into this nursing, and there's this teacher that I know, and the person was telling me that I don't need to, send any papers, this one, I just need to pay this amount of money.
And then that is it.
That's it. They don't need to check my, if I'm qualified or something. No, all they need is for you to pay. For you to get enrolled into this nursing school. So you can see there are most people out there, we think we are safe with them, especially this nurses. Me, I don't trust them.
As in, you don't trust them?
Yeah, the protocol people, we know.
Oh, okay.
Because somebody that use protocol to enroll into this nursing, you are not qualified to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. So in order for this corruption to start there, they need to start arresting this big people, the decision makers and those people out there, which will be very hard. Even if they arrest them, they'll still come out there, just like this case that they are dealing with. They don't know if they're arresting the person or he's out or something.
Yeah, so the survey also states that the most vulnerable people when it has to do with this public officials extorting money from them or taking advantage of them is the unemployed. Now, it said that 22% of unemployed graduates are being taken advantage of. So if we claim to be poor, because don't forget, I think the last time they also brought out a survey talking about poverty in Ghana, it was quite high, except for the Minister of Finance to go and, open up in Parliament that Ghanaians are not poor. But then with that, I do not agree with him though. But then it's being stated that 22% of unemployed graduates are being forced to pay something before they are being given job. So this is a case where this person is unemployed. So automatically poverty is already taking over him or her, and then you're taking something like 1,000 cedis. So example, let's take the police, immigration. The form is not for free, you buy, and sometimes you still have to cut corners where people are demanding 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus for you before they can give you that chance. If you are doing that, can we ever break away from poverty? Because this is someone who is already unemployed, and then you're taking 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus.
Yeah, for this one, even though the person is unemployed, for him to get enrolled to what he wants, he will do anything for it. Even, taking loan just for him to be able to pay this kind of thing. Even though the person doesn't have, but because I know if I get into this place, I know I'll be secure. So, like, even if I have to steal or do whatever I need to do to get this money, this person will do it in order for him to get what he wants. Okay. So this is a very serious something that we need to, look through it, even though they are saying they are looking through it and all that, and the officials up there and all, but still, we don't see anything, So they need to start with this institution. Like, though they say we need to tackle, the leaders, but for me, I think the institution, the schools, the police, they need to, check there as well. Those taking the bribery and stuff, so that these things will stop and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Miss Regina.
Yeah.
With the issue of bribery, should strict sanctions be given to this government officials who take advantage of people? Most especially, it is the females that suffers the most. You go in, I remember back then in the university, I wanted to do my attachment. A common attachment, so if you don't know, and I'm telling you the truth, you might see it as common, but attachment, even if you are going for your letter, they ask you, do you know anybody in this company? Like, do you have relations with somebody in that company? And because I was so eager, I didn't know anybody, but I say I, and then they gave me the letter. We drew home. The offers, I just have to divert and then go to like some other media station where I feel like I know someone there who could help me.
Right, you pay.
It's a pay and look right here. Most of them, the offers they are putting across, it's not money. Like, they want to have something doing with you personally, just for attach. This one is attachment, not like you being employed. So should there be strict sanction for these people? And the question is, even if you go to report, how fast are they going to hasten with this whole thing? Because mind you, maybe the person you are going to report is worthy, and they might end up, turning the whole thing upside down, and you might be jailed at the end of the day. Yeah, straight sanction.
So one thing I've realized is when it comes to Ghana, with their laws, it's only attractive on paper.
Okay.
That is the documents, the constitution. But when it comes to the implementation of it, how effective it is, and the long sustainability of it, it is not attractive as to compare to the policy they bring up. And I would always compare Ghana to these Western countries, because looking at the Western countries, they really prioritize the well-being of their people.
Okay.
No matter who you are, whether rich or poor, sick or healthy, they really prioritize. And the moment, you see, in fact, not even the moment, when it comes to the system of this Western world, it's like the police officers are already on alert. Because I saw a video where one Nigerian young man went to the US and he started chatting with this minor in a very displeasing way. I don't know how they got to find out that this man is chatting a minor. I don't know if they track the social media of this minor people. He was arrested at that moment. Excuse me, so I think it's high time we adopt the system of these Western countries. We need to prioritize the well-being of these people, our own people. Because if the people are not there, what are you doing there as an institution? Because mind you, all this public institution, from the law enforcers to the health practitioners, it is our own money that is being used to settle their salaries at the end of every month. Nurse, doctor, soldier, police officer, interior minister, and yen taxpayers' money that is being used to settle them.
Okay.
So if they are not putting in measures to make sure that all this your friend is saying say bribery, yes, all the people involved in bribery are not being cautioned and are not being sanctioned very well. And the sanction should not at the end of the day be your friend is saying fine. See, when you go to some other countries, bribery is a huge crime that can even cause you your death. It can cause you your death. But when it comes to Ghana here, they take it lightly. What didn't they do to Anas Aremeya Anas? See the kind of criticism and the condemnation he received just because he was trying to take these bad people out of government. These people who receive bribe day in and day out, he was just trying to expose them. And people went back to sabotage his work. These are the kind of people we need. We need brave journalists who at the end of the day can do the work very well. We can also disguise ourselves as normal citizens and go to some of these big institutions, just have a body cam on, and you will see the kind of things that are going on there, the kind of bribery that goes on there, the kind of your friend is saying request these people will make. So the sanction, I'm not sure Ghana is ready. They are not ready. If they are really ready to fight corruption, to fight this bribery, by now, I miss Jerry John Rawlings. Jerry John Rawlings.
I know, right?
If he was still alive,
by now,
there are certain things we wouldn't even be seeing. Illegal mining, we wouldn't be seeing it.
Not at all.
Public officials
Not
coming out to talk to us anyhow, we wouldn't be seeing it. So they need to make sure that they put steps in place, not only the laws, but they have to add a sanction attached to it to make sure that all those people are criminalized, are detained, are jailed.
Okay, so we need to put the right steps in place so these people can't be jailed. It becomes a waste of time when a concerned or patriotic citizen lay down his time, his energy, and then bring out something of this sort. Like that is something that could have been hidden from the public. But the survey was done in 2024 and in 2025. So it means that in as much as we have good governance and things are ongoing, when it has to do with corruption corruption is still on the rise. So it becomes a waste of time if all the time we keep bringing out this, and then it's look as if we are not putting in much energy to bring a stop to it. Then it's a waste of time. So please, let's take this seriously. Let's bring an end to bribery and corruption. We should employ people based on their competence and their credibility, not because of money, not because of your bad taste for women, and so you just have to do something to give them the job. No, please. So to our next topic, our story, the Ghana National Association of Private Schools has raised concerns over alleged discrepancies in the provisional result of the 2026 Basic Education Certificate Examination (BEC). In the press release on Wednesday, August 5, Kennedy Donko, the General Secretary of the association, called on the West African Examination Council (WAEC) to urgently audit and reconcile affected results. The association says it has received several reports from member schools across the country pointing to inconsistencies in the results released to candidates. The Ghana National Association of Private Schools says the concern include grades being awarded for subject candidates that do not register for or write, results that do not reflect students' known academic performance, and unexplained failures. One example cited by the association involves a candidate who registered and sat for the Ghanaian language paper in Twi but did not register for or write any Ewe paper. According to the Ghana National Association of Private Schools, the candidate was awarded a grade in Ewe despite not taking the subject. The association said such cases were not isolated, with similar reports emerging from schools in different regions. It said it supports WAEC's measures to sanction genuine examination malpractice, but insists its concerns relate to possible errors in the processing and attribution of results. It has therefore called on WAEC to conduct an urgent reconciliation and audit of affected results to identify and correct all discrepancies. So, the ABC students, they are done. But then I learned this year's results is one of the worst results we've ever recorded. In like, when it has to do with BC, this year's result was very, 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 very worst. And then we all know that, you know, when there is vast difference when it comes to government schools and then private schools. So no matter how a private school should feel, it can be, they can even be the whole students. If say maybe 100 students are sitting in for a particular private school, the students or candidates getting 6 A's in chains can be like 69 or 80. The rest of them will be like 11, 12, 13, 15. They won't failing to come at 20 or 19. But this year, no. Like 40, 45, 30, 35 from private schools. And they are saying they won't agree. They know what they've taught their students. And they know very well that every year, whether BEC or WASI, when it has to do with private schools, their results, like it's a result without blemish. There is no stain on it. But this year, it looks as if WAEC is trying to be biased. Why would you fail private schools? If it is government schools, it's acceptable. But private schools, no. So WAEC, what is happening? Nabi, what is happening? Is WAEC being biased, or maybe that is the result? Because we also heard that a candidate who didn't sit in for Ewe was being graded in Ewe instead of 3.
I know it is illogical to receive a grade for something you've not, written or something, as the student receiving a grade for 3 instead of 3. But they should know that the WAEC 2, the examination script does not indicate whether this person is from private school or it's from government school. They only mark what is written there. So if it is so that's what they are saying, then they need to really look into it for them to correct. Because this one there, Because for you to write something you've not written, and imagine you filling that paper they've given it to you, it's kind of this thing you'll be sending it to your school if you want to further something. So they really need to look into it very well. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Regina, it's why because see, we know that private school there, as I said, almost last at 20 or 19, because they are so strict and so disciplined. So what is happening this year? Both private and government, no one is seeing top. What is going on? Is WAEC being biased? Is there something they are supposed to do right that they are not being? It's not being done, or is WAEC corrupt? Because a lot of people are saying that WAEC is equally corrupt.
I'm surprised you're asking if WAEC is corrupt.
Oh, really?
This shouldn't be a question. My knowledge,
I've been kept in darkness for long. Your knowledgeable host.
My knowledgeable host should be asking me.
It's part of the show, don't worry.
My dear experts, the last time I saw a video of Sewame here,
You could.
and she was giving a statement. Oh my! She was like, "Yeah, no, my brain." Okay, so back to what I was saying. WAEC officials. This is not the first time we've heard of this discrepancies going on. Neither is it the second, neither would it be the last. It is something that keeps on going on each and every day, and it's like it has no bounds. They themselves, they lack dignity. They don't set boundaries for themselves. Omonim said they anyhow.
Teach them.
I'm not a thief. Anyhow. From my time till now, I've had instances where people who are well-to-do just go there and buy the results of some people, and I've seen instances myself physically where a colleague of mine would, I think during the BEC, after we completed, we went to check the results on a single number, then one printing it out. So we went again to check and print it out, and they were giving her double number. And I was like, what is happening? Where is the single number? And she checked continuously, double number na never. And it boiled down to say the results was being sold. This is not the first time. Neither one say that. You've not heard it before.
Yeah,
You've not heard it before.
I didn't know they can sell results.
They do. That is why we have something we call the, I think, remarking, where you have to pay, and then when they mark and it is true that that is not your result, you can sue WAEC.
And I think with all that is going on, the brouhaha going on with this results boils down to the 29th of, was it July or June? So a lot of papers got vanished. Or people didn't see that one too.
Yeah.
And WAEC came out to say that the flood has washed the papers away.
So how did they mark it?
And how did they mark it? And I heard.
Was it after the paper or before the paper?
After they wrote the BEC papers in go office home.
So the
everyone
is
home. And they said the flood took most of the papers away, and there might be a probability that most of the people would write again.
Like how?
They'll write the BEC again. You didn't hear it?
I didn't.
Oh, Nabi, did you hear that one?
Yeah, I heard that one.
Oh, I'm shocked. It was circulating.
Yeah.
That they would, it's a probability say on Central BEC paper ni biom.
Oh, we have a lot to do as a country.
So I'm shocked that this is what is going on. So me my dream so it was just with this story that drew my mind back to the incident, and I was like, so how did they mark the papers? How was the papers marked?
Yeah,
and it's true. And I don't know, or maybe why for no, or maybe our results, no, because why should Obi and Ontro away be receiving a grade? This is not systemic failure. This is human error, human intentionality to sabotage other people's hard work. Not everyone has the resources to go in for remarking again.
Right.
Me, my family, we don't have that resources. We will, in fact, my father will not even do it. It is better you go and write again. because you feel like it's a waste of money. Because when these top people are there, who are you to contest with them? At the end of the day, we see kakra now they are say, oh, me dem beba me ba now they are now no. So I think WAEC has to sit up and look into this thing, and also with the private schools, they have the money, they can sue them. They should go and sue them, or better still, they should call for remarking.
Okay.
This should be, since it is a global, not global, since it's an issue in our own jurisdiction. I think they really need to look into it. This shouldn't be the first of its kind, because I quite remember when I was in JHS 2, our seniors went to write their last BEC papers, and at that same day they called for rewriting again, because allegedly the questions and the answers were leaked. So they had to call for rewriting. That same Friday, no material they are jubilating, they had to write again. So this shouldn't be something difficult. They should simply call these students back, write your paper, let's mark it again, and at the end of the day, you get the results you need to get. But when it comes to WAEC, this is not the first, neither is it the second, or neither is it the third. It's a consistent trend. These people are
a consistent path they are treading on.
Exactly. And if no one puts them on their toe, they'll continue doing it.
Okay, so last one before we go. So this clearly shows that not all failures are failures.
Oh no.
That is because yesterday I came across a talk show on three FM. TV3, and then the head for the Parent Teachers Association was saying that this year's results is one of the worst ever results they've encountered, because 99% of the students are failing, and he was trying to relate that to the students being exposed of late to social media. So he said something that in as much as the free SHS is good, it looks as if they've given us free SHS, but they've taken out something very significant from us, and that is corporal punishment. So they've taken out they've given us free SHS, they've cancelled corporal punishment, and so their student can do whatever they want to do. So automatically it's reflecting on their paper, or their result shows. And then, do you know the most surprising thing? A student sent a message, and then she said that she knows herself, she knows what she has written. So the result that comes, it is not her result. So this one, it's not as if she's been exposed to social media or something of that sort. She knows why she's in school, and if she's been given the chance, she can defend herself that what she has gotten is not for her. So you see it as such. Are they of late the student we have? Because don't forget, last year the WASI result was so bad. Very, very bad, and we have 90% of students failing social studies and English. This year, the BEC, it's a mixture. It's no longer social or English. It's cut across. So our kids, or the student we have of late, are they too exposed? What can we do to stop them? In a second, Reggie.
When it comes to social media, it has its own merits and demerits, and everyone at the end of the day would derive one of them depending on how good or bad you use it. So I don't think the exposure of social media to these students are the cause of inconsistency or the failure in most of these students. And also looking at the corporal punishment, in as much as it shapes a child, it doesn't shaping the intelligence of a child. It doesn't shaping the IQ knowledge of a child. It doesn't shaping what he or she is going to write. Wabon. And no. Wabon. So in a way, they need to introduce a back corporal punishment, and also they need to supervise these kids very well, because there's no corporal punishment. The supervision of these kids have lowered.
And don't forget that the teachers are even doing this themselves.
Exactly. Science lab.
Is it the same for you in a second?
Yeah, I feel like they need to reintroduce it back.
Okay.
Because it's no more there. The teachers feel like they need to just come to class and teach and go. Whatever, if the student needs to take it in, or the student need to the teachers don't even care if they need to understand what they are talking the teachers is teaching or not. They just want to, you know, teach and just leave, because they don't really care about what is going on about the students. So they do what they think, you know, for them they think they need to just teach and leave.
Yeah.
As to then whether the student take in or doesn't take in, they need to make sure. But because this is taken out, so they don't really care about it again. So I think they need to reintroduce it again.
Okay, so before we move to Miss Regina to bring us issue of the day, right? Hey,
Today in history. Wow, you miss DJ Q.
it was from the realm of the spirit.
She can't wait for DJ Q's
No,
drive time.
You know what? With the way the producer is looking at me, I think Miss Regina,
Yeah.
you give us today in history. Then
Okay.
from there, we'll take it right from there.
All right, sure. I was. Bringing you today in history and some global observances, live on GhanaTalks breakfast show, I answer to the name Regina Bless. On this day in 1960, Burkina Faso gained full independence from France after previously being known as the Autonomous Republic of Upper Volta. The nation was led to independence by its first president, Maurice Yamiogo, and later changed its name to Burkina Faso in August 1984. Looking at the key independence milestones, the colonial era, France took control of the region between 1896 and 1904, running it as a part of French West Africa. On December 11, 1958, the territory became a self-governing republic inside the French community under the name Upper Volta. August 5th marked complete independence from France, making it a sovereign nation. Moving on, 1962, South African anti-apartheid leader Nelson Mandela was arrested. Nelson Mandela was arrested near Howick, South Africa. After living as a fugitive for 17 months, he was charged with inciting workers to strike and leaving the country without a valid passport, leading to a 5-year prison sentence that eventually led to his life imprisonment during the Rivonia trial. Moving on, 1964 Simpa rebel forces captured Stanleyville, establishing it as the capital of their self-proclaimed People's Republic of the Congo. The capture led to a major hostage crisis involving nearly 1,000 foreign nationals, ending on November 24, 1964, when a joint Belgian and U.S. military rescue mission retook the city. To some few global observers, today is International Traffic Lights Day. To commemorate the installation of the world's first electric traffic signal system in 1914, highlight road safety, and honor a key engineering innovation. The question is it really highlighting road safety? Moving on, National Underwear Day. It is celebrated on August 5th to promote body confidence, embrace personal comfort, and highlight undergarments as a fun fashion staple. So today is a day to promote body confidence and also wear underwear. If you like, you can just wear underwear. Today is the day. Feel free. No one will hold you accountable. Lastly, it's National Psychiatric Technician Appreciation Day. It is a day to honor the vital, hands-on care provided by psychiatric technicians in mental health and developmental disability settings. So today is a day to promote and also support psychiatric technician personnel. When you mobile our psychiatric ward another person, because they are going through a lot there. Just imagine dealing with unstable human beings is very difficult. With the stable ones, it is difficult. So just imagine unstable. We have a lot of stable human beings here, which needs to be picked up.
Where?
Here, they need to be picked up. You are number one. You are number one. And that's all for today on Today in History and some global observances live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Thank you, Miss Regina, for bringing us, today in history and then teaching us a lot. Now, one thing that got to me has to do with the unstable, unstable humor.
They said few are mad. No, a lot are mad, but
only
few are.
Yeah. You have people in suits, but upstairs, there's a whole lot of
Our
issues.
producer DJ Q is number one, unstable.
Please, I wasn't here when you said that, though.
You were here. You are here.
So I think you mentioned one thing there that is very key that I would like us to talk on, and that has to do with the traffic lights. The issue of traffic lights. My goodness. You see, we have vehicles that do not even obey traffic lights.
Yeah.
The discipline is not being adhered to. So you can personally see that the traffic light is red, and then you will see especially the motor riders. And these are the people that the MTTDs are supposed to go after. They don't.
And they are not.
They are not. Even if they go after you, they end up taking something and then they allow you to go scot-free. How do we solve this problem when we ourselves are the problem? Miss Regina.
It has to start with the mindset of these individuals, these law enforcers, because looking at the MTTD, they are law enforcers, and they need to make sure that at the end of the day, anyone who falls culpable of this crime is supposed to face the law.
Okay.
And I think it is high time they themselves are being held accountable also. This MMTTD follow.
Yeah.
Because I thought I don't know what they are doing. See, I would always use Western World as an example. When you go there, those people, the police officers have body cam on. So whatever conversation that is going on is being recorded.
Right.
It's being supervised. It's being looked into. So who are you to even think of taking a bribe from this person? You don't have that audacity. But in Ghana here,
Do they have the money to get that?
Bisabio,
All the time
they have.
money.
We have the
All
money.
the
Do you
time.
remember that I got to a
Yeah.
time? Was it the interior minister or either DVLA introduced body cam?
Yeah.
Akosi saying.
When this current administration came on, that was early 2025.
Akosi saying. Ayela. You see, when they come, I say new teacher waba school and bring your books.
Yeah.
I'll give you homework. Mane 1 month. Obebre. That's it's not supposed to be. The zeal should always be there.
Okay.
It shouldn't be unquenched.
Okay.
So with the MMTTD, they also need to be supervised, and also with the your friend is saying, not police officers, the drivers, the motorists, and even the human beings who use their legs as legs and be walking. They also need to be supervised. Because when we say traffic lights, I saw uncle no jinaho. sona cars ni betwe mu na fe na ne ho pre ne so person otwa kwan ni mu na car ball na wuwa no masa be chi driver no that all of us we are at fault. We are at fault. So they need to look into it and make sure that at the end of the day the traffic light is being respected. Time also. And also the government officials, the right institutions, they need to make sure that they fix all the faulty traffic lights. I don't know there no still
Yeah.
Still people are dying.
They've done it. I don't know they've done it. Yeah. So see a traffic light.
No, I don't know.
Yes, on my.
I don't know. It's true.
Yes, on my.
This side and this side.
They've done it.
Oh, the last time I passed, it wasn't working.
Oh, it's working. It's working. I'm telling you the truth. I've been using the routes.
Tomorrow I'll go.
Yeah.
The school is working. This side is not working.
I think I'll have to check that.
You make me see.
Sorry.
I'm like. I'm not lying though.
My apologies. One word, just one word for the government, and then.
You know, if people that are implementing laws, like enforcing law, are the one breaking them, how more a normal citizen? Like there has been a time I've seen a police. I was in a vehicle. I've seen the light is red, but he has passed. And you expect as the citizen to when we see the light we should wait and you know for it to be green before we go. We also do same. Me who police were passing, I also do the same thing. So this law enforcers, if you obey the rules and you know set an example for us, we also follow lead. But that doesn't mean as a citizen you shouldn't obey this traffic light, because the least mistake you make, it might cost a life.
The least mistake you make might cost a life, and it nearly cost my life on Monday. The same issue. I think I'll reserve that for another day. Thank you so much. We'll be taking the news right after this with Miss Nabi.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko nikosi alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bliss,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
For breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast. French fries.
Koko nikosi alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bliss,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello, good morning. You're tuning to Ghana Talks Radio. Today's Wednesday, 5th August 2026, bringing you the morning news. My name is Zainab Ali. Coming up, Dome Kwabenya MP donates 5,000 desks to Ghana East Education Directorate to boost basic education. Ghana North Assembly demolishes controversial toilet facility under construction beneath Pokwasi interchange. Police investigates mysterious death of 2 women found in Tamale hotel room. This and other news from business, sports, entertainment, and international news coming up to you this morning. In a major move to improve education, the Member of Parliament for Dome Kwabenya, Honorable Faustina Eliplim Akurugu, has donated 5,000 single-unit table and chairs to the Education Directorate of the Ghana East Municipal Assembly. The massive donation aimed to solve the furniture shortage in public schools and create a better learning environment for students in the constituency. The 5,000 single-unit desks and chairs will be distributed immediately to basic school across the municipality. During the official handover ceremony, Honorable Akurugu stated that no child should have to sit on the floor or share overcrowded desks while trying to learn. The Ghana East Municipal Education Directorate expressed deep gratitude for the intervention. Officials noted that the new furniture will significantly improve student comfort, focus, and overall academic performances.
So today I'm here to hand over 5,000 tables and chairs to add up to what was given to you through Get Fund and then through the government. So this is coming from the MP's office to support you. I know we still have to do more. And I won't go to sleep. I'll continue to work harder and then get more to you. So today we are handing over 5,000 to you, and then you can see it. They are still assembling it, and the work is not easy. So we'll hand over today to the Education Director in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for the support.
I wish I could say Jama for you and honorable. I'm lost of words. God bless you.
Amen.
In fact, for the past, is it 1.5 years or so that you've been in power as an MP, things that you've done for the municipality, especially Education Directorate, we don't know how to describe it. And all that I want to say, God should bless you, and bless you, and bless you more. I believe anytime you sleep, you dream about education. Because to give us 5,000 tables and chairs, I've been a director, I've never seen this in my life. I think I wish I could describe as the queen of education for Ghana East. Yes, and for Ghana. The last time I accompanied you, we went around all the various examination centers. Now I remember you said, Director, what table are they writing? I didn't know that you were thinking about it to solve the problem. So this one, distribution, make sure that it will go in all the examination centers. So that this time when they are writing the exams, our children will not be sitting on this small deck that you see somebody install as mine, will be squatting, writing the exams. And this time they will sit comfortably and write the exams. And I believe this is going to improve their performance. We accept it, we take good care of it, so that years to come, we go to over there and see that they are still what? Intact. God bless you.
Thank you.
We are very grateful.
The Ghana Municipal Assembly has completely demolished a controversial public toilet facility that was being constructed directly beneath the Pokwasi interchange. The rapid demolition follows intense public outrage and structural safety concerns regarding the location of the public toilet under one of Ghana's most critical multi-million-dollar and road infrastructures. The unfinished structure situated directly under the flyover pillars along the Accra-Kumasi highway sparked widespread condemnation on social media. Citizens and structural engineers raised urgent red flags over the potential long-term damage that a wet sanitation facility could cause to the interchange foundation, alongside the obvious environmental and other issues in a busy transit hub. Initially, the municipal chief executive for Ghana, Akwete Agbo, defended the project. He claimed it was an official assembly-led initiative designed to resolve sanitation challenges and support local transport operators. However, as public anger intensified and critics questioned the legality and safety of the site, authorities completely reversed their stance. The Environmental Health and Sanitation Department of the Assembly deployed heavy machinery to pull down the concrete walls and clear the site. Local residents welcomed the demolition, stating that allowing such a project to continue would have defaced the landmark interchange and compromised public safety. The Assembly has since signaled a commitment to finding more appropriate off-site location to address the area's toilets and sanitation deficit without endangering national property. The swift demolition of the toilet facility beneath the Pokwasi interchange highlights the power of public vigilance in protecting public infrastructure. By dismantling the structure despite initial political defense, the Ghana Municipal Assembly has prioritized environmental sanity, engineering safety, and the preservation of vital national assets.
Toilet project we are stopping. There's no way our toilet project ever happen, because if you check the distance from the interchange now, and that the toilet facility ever because we say we team now car official have a policy, that is why we stop.
On social news, the Northern Regional Police Command has launched a comprehensive investigation after the bodies of two women believed to be Beninese nationals were discovered in a hotel room in Tamale. The grim discovery was made on Monday, August 3, 2026, inside the room at the Cap Hospitality Hotel, located in the Gbewa residential area. Following an immediate report from the hotel's management, a high-level police team was dispatched to secure the crime scene. In an official statement released on Tuesday, August 4, 2026, by the Northern Regional Police Commander DCOP Wisdom Lavo, authorities confirmed that a specialized task force has been brought in to oversee the probe. The Inspector General of Police has dispatched a specialized team from Accra to support the local efforts. According to local reports, the bodies are at the Tamale Teaching Hospital for forensic examination. Efforts are ongoing to confirm identities and notify families in Benin. Police are seeking information regarding suspicious activities in the area. In business, President John Dramani Mahama is scheduled to officially break ground by the end of August 2026 for an ambitious infrastructure project at the Accra International Airport. The upcoming development features a 7-story multi-purpose car park and dual airport hotel complex. The project forms a vital cornerstone of ongoing efforts to modernize national aviation infrastructure and scale up transit services. Speaking during a recent infrastructure inspection visit by Parliament Committee on Roads and Transportation, the Managing Director of the Ghana Airport Company Limited, Yvonne Nana Efiye Opare, verified the development timeline. She confirmed that the site has already been handed over to the lead contractor, who is currently mobilizing machinery to ensure immediate construction upon the completion of the presidential sword cutting ceremony.
To free up the space for a multi-story car park and hotels. So where we are standing now will go down 2 levels underground car park. This surface level will be a shopping mall, retail spaces, a food court, restaurants, and general retail spaces, offices would be on this floor. The next level, that's up here, it will come up to the meters and greeters level. So if you are a traveler and maybe you are coming to meet someone and you have more time to spend, you can come to the shopping mall, wait around, have a bite, and then you can connect directly to the meters and greeters area to welcome your loved one. The above floors on top of this level will be 5 more car parks, 5 more levels of car parks.
5 more levels.
5 more levels. So there'll be 2 down. There'll be a shopping mall on the surface level, and then 5 more levels of car parking on top. So that's what makes up for the 7. On top of the 5 floors will be 2 hotels. One will be a luxury hotel that is accessible for anyone, in the country. But the budget hotel will be an airport hotel, only accessible from within the airport. And that will be servicing maybe a flight that has been cancelled, an aircraft has been grounded, and passengers are looking for hotels to book and wait for a reschedule of a new flight. That hotel is what will be used to accommodate those requests. So whereas that hotel, the budget or the lesser expensive hotel will be the airport hotel. The other luxury hotel can be accessed from outside. Anyone, anywhere can book and come and reside there for the time that they need to. So this is the description of. Then on top of, in between the 2 hotels, we would have a place called an observatory where people can come there and watch the flights take off and land. So it will need to be by booking basis so that we control the capacity issues and we don't flood the place. So we would schedule when people can come, and we will do it according to the landings and taking off of the flights. So this is what this project will be about. We've started this project, we've handed over to the contractor. They are mobilizing to sites now as we speak. They are going to be starting the hoarding off of this site. At the end of this month, God willing, we would invite His Excellency the President to come and cut sword, and then we will continue the construction. And God willing, in 24 months from now, this project should be up and will be completed.
With sport, Fulham midfielder Alex Iwobi has pulled back the curtain on the chaotic, unstructured environment international footballers face when representing Nigeria's national team, the Super Eagles. Speaking candidly on the Beast Mode on podcast, the 30-year-old former Arsenal and Everton star detailed a shocking list of logistic medical failures, ranging from players funding their own travel to washing their own match day kit. Despite the glaring lack of professionalism from the Nigerian Football Federation, it will be insisted that his deep love for his homeland keeps him coming back to represent the three-time African champions. It will be who represented England at the youth level before pledging his allegiance to Nigeria in 2015, drew sharp contrast between Europe's elite infrastructure and the unpredictable realities of African football. According to the midfielder, the administrative failures begin long before the players even step onto the pitch. Players are frequently forced to book their own flights to international camps, often paying out of pocket for business or first-class upgrade to ensure proper recovery. Unlike European setup where backroom staff handle all gear, it will be revealed players are sometimes left to watch their own training and match jerseys. Team hotel stays are regularly disrupted by sudden power outage, a local phenomenon Nigerians jokingly refers to as NEPA taking lights. It will be recounted playing on international surfaces that were half grass, half astroturf, with peeling corners that pose severe injury risks. The midfielder described an intense coaching culture where players are routinely screamed at for minor errors, noting an incident where a teammate was forced to run laps mid-training just for kicking a ball out of the bounds. Despite the several operational hurdles and intense criticism from local media, it will be emphasized that the unique bond within the squad and the warmth of Nigerian culture outweighs the frustration. He later heartedly noted that returning to Nigeria always feels like home, largely due to his love for traditional dishes like jollof rice, asaro, and morning yam and egg. However, his explosive revelation have already triggered intense debate across social media, with fans and pundits fiercely demanding immediate structural reforms and accountability from the NFF regarding player welfare. In entertainment, Queen Mila, the former wife of award-winning Northern music star Fancy Gadam, has broken her silence following their highly publicized separation. In an emotional video address, she directly accused the total cheat hitmaker of fueling cyberbullying and coordinated online attacks against her. Despite his public claim that they parted ways on amicable terms, addressing the fallout from their dissolved marriage, Queen Mali declared that while she will always respect him as the father of her child, any animosity of his part is strictly his own issue. The public feud marks a sharp turn from June 2026 when Fasi Gadam confirmed the divorce during a media appearance, stating he was single but emphasizing that they maintain a cordial relationship for the sake of their child. According to Queen Mila, the reality behind the scene has been vastly different. Queen Mila alleged that Fancy Gadam has been actively sharing and reposting videos on social media where bloggers and critics insult, trash talk and mock her. She expressed profound disappointment that the musician would encourage public ridicule, completely forgetting the years they spent building a life together and the personal sacrifice she made for his career. Queen Mila confirmedly stated that she has no intent of dragging out their private marital secret into a messy public back and forth confrontation, responding directly to fans pleading for the couple to give love another chance. She explicitly clarified that there is absolutely no possibility of them getting back together. In an Instagram post, Queen Mila addressed the hypocrisy of the situation, noting that while she respects him as the father of their child, his action, reposting content from critics and neglecting their shared history, demonstrate that he views her as an enemy. She stated that his approach to her reputation is entirely his own issue to manage.
When also when he came online to say we were no more, he said we are not enemies because we have a child. Yes, me, I will never see him as an enemy because he's my child's father. If he sees me as an enemy, reposting every video that people talk shit of me, call me all sorts of names, forgetting whatever that we both have been through or I have sacrificed for him, that's his own problem. I'm not here to come and talk about what I have done or what I have not done. I don't have time for that. You people can continue.
On Global Update, Captain Ibrahim Traore, the world's youngest head of state, is facing an intensifying reality test as his immense popularity as a Pan-African anti-imperialist icon increasing clashes with worsening security, severe humanitarian crisis, and a sweeping crackdown on domestic dissent. While the 30-year-old military leader has captivated youth across the continent by expelling French forces and seizing control of national resources, his core promise to reclaim territory from jihadist insurgencies remain unfulfilled, leaving the nation in a fragile state of perpetual crisis. Traore's governance represents a stark contrast between high-profile ideological victories and the grim material condition of daily life for ordinary Burkinabe citizens. On the global stage, he is celebrated for reclaiming national sovereignty and keeping state revenue local. However, on the ground, Burkina Faso has become the world's hardest hit country by global terrorism, with over 2 million people displaced and an estimate of 6.5 million citizens facing severe hunger. Traore seized power in the September 2022 coup by claiming previous leadership had failed to protect the population. Yet armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIL continue to hold vast swathes of the country. According to data from the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, despite the military acquiring better equipment, fatalities from terrorist attacks have doubled under Traore's watch, resulting in nearly 16,000 deaths in just 2 years. To consolidate power, the military junta official extended the transition period, allowing Traore to remain in office until 2029. Traore has openly told citizens to forget about democracy, asserting that the nation is in a revolutionary phase that supersedes electoral politics. Political parties have been completely dissolved and activities are banned. Concurrently, human rights groups report a severe spike in arbitrary detention, with journalists, activists, and union leaders facing systemic intimidation and media censorship for questioning state policies. In a move that has shocked political observers, Traore recently opened a dangerous internal rift by enforcing a strict religious freedoms law. The junta has arrested several prominent Sunni clerics, and Traore has publicly declared the battle against Muslim scholars accused of extremism. This strategy risks alienating the very religious and social groups that previously formed his core domestic support base. Despite this crisis, Traore's sovereignty-first economic approach has yielded tangible results. In the first half of this year, Burkina Faso recorded over $6 billion in gold through official channels after stopping raw gold exports and establishing domestic refineries. Their state-controlled funds are being directly funneled into local agriculture projects, water dams, and manufacturing to bypass foreign financial dependency. Traore has successfully decoupled his political legitimacy from actual security performance through powerful anti-colonial messaging that resonates deeply with African youth. However, As the domestic crisis deepens, rhetoric may no longer surface. The ultimate test of Traore's presidency is whether his structural economic reform and populist appeal can finally translate into basic safety, stability and human rights for the people of Burkina Faso. This is where we end today's morning news with me, Zainab Ali. Have a lovely day.
Ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on GhanaTalks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adoso.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Wake up, Ghana, your morning star, right? News, views, inspiration, and great conversations. From Accra to the world, we bring the fresh stories, fresh energy every morning, full of fire and glory. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. Your daily dose, here we go. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Only on GhanaTalks Radio. Turn it up and
This
stay
is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
for the
Your
top that
morning
moves you
companion.
and keeps your heart in tune. From the traffic to the trends, we got something for your day. Every voice, every vision, lighting up the way. Rise and shine, come join the line. Your day begins when the voices align. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Welcome to the second segment of the Breakfast Show on GhanaTalks Radio. On this segment, we dive deep into topical issue, specifically on politics, not only on politics, but politics, we need to get understandings of issues that concern you and also concern me. So as we dive in, you can bring in your comment via all social media platforms, from YouTube to Twitter to Facebook to all social media platforms that you know. And as usual, you can also log into our website at www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news info. That is, if you want to get more details into the news stories or the headlines that we discuss right here every morning. And on this segment, I'm still not going to do it alone. I'm doing it with my knowledgeable panelists. And so With me right here in the studio, I have Mr. Alex John, the New Patriotic Party Communications team member, and then the NDC Communication team member will also join me soon as we move forward. He will join me. And so before we move direct into our topics for discussion for today, Mr. Elliot, sorry, Mr. Alex, I was mistaking your name for the NDC communicator. Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. You?
I'm good. I like you. You know, your friend is saying, a boy. I always know a boy.
Yes, a boy.
Uh-huh. It looks so smooth right there.
Thank you very much.
Or is my eyes?
As you see, so it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for, heeding to our call when we knocked on your door. Yes.
It's a call to duty.
All right. So just as I said, before we will move straight to our main discussion for today, I would like us to speak on some topical issue, and that has to do with the BEC. Their results are out, but then the private schools association want to sue WAEC because they felt like they failed their students more. And then you and I know that when it has to do with private schools, hey, I want be on. And I know that private schools are want be. So if the results are out, even if they'll fail, it is not that massive. The number of students who fails from a private school is not that it's not in a large number than when you compare it to the government school. I'm not trying to hype one above the other, but then that is what it is. But then unfortunately this year the results are out, and I learned that this was one of the worst results we've ever had in when it has to do with BEC. And then the private schools association are also saying that what they are seeing is not what they've worked for. And so they want WAEC to come out and then voice to them what happened. Do you also see it as such? Do you think WAEC is being biased?
Anyway, thank you for the opportunity. Good morning to your listeners, wherever they are, and good morning to the good people of Ablikmanov constituency, my NPP people, and good morning to my lovely woman and sister Mary.
Okay.
This issue may be something new to me.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I haven't read about it, but I have a little knowledge to and whatever thing I have to say.
So if you
I may not be.
If you don't mind, because of that, let me just go through so that maybe you get a fair idea of what it entails, or you still like to go ahead.
No problem. Let me give my comment, which may not necessarily be the accurate data.
So will you like me to read?
Okay.
First?
Let's go through that.
Yes. So let me go through. Then you can get a fair. Okay. So here we go. The Ghana National Association of Private Schools has raised concerns over alleged discrepancies in the provisional result of the 2026 Basic Education Certificate Examination (BEC). In a press release on Wednesday, August 5, Kennedy Donko, General Secretary of the association, called on the West African Examination Council to urgently audit and reconcile affected results. The association says it has received several reports from member schools across the country pointing to inconsistencies in the results released to candidates. The Ghana National Association of Private Schools says the concerns include grades being awarded for subject candidates that they did not register for or write, that do not reflect the student's known academic performance, and unexplained failures. One example cited by the association involves a candidate who registered and sat for the Ghanaian language paper in Tree, but did not register for or write Ewe paper. According to the Ghana National Association of Private Schools, the candidate was awarded a grade in Ewe, despite not taking the subject. The association said such cases were not isolated, with similar reports emerging from schools in different regions. The Ghana National Association of Private Schools said it supports WAEC's measures to sanction genuine examination malpractice, but insists its concerns relate to possible errors in the processing and attribution of results. It has therefore called on WAEC to conduct an urgent reconciliation and audit of affected results to identify and correct all discrepancies. The association also wants WAEC to ensure that every candidate receives results that accurately reflect the papers they sat and the work they produced. They further appeal to the examination body to award results strictly on merit without bias based on whether a candidate attended a public or private school. The association expressed particular concern over what it described as unusually high rates of failures among private schools candidates. It said in many cases the results differed sharply from student continuous assessment scores, terminal examination results, and mock examination performances. So they argued that such differences requires further investigation and cannot simply be attributed to candidates' performance.
Well, I think the Private Schools Association, they are entitled to whatever, to their demands and whatever clarity they seek. Once the law gives them that opportunity, because they believe what they are entitled to have been denied. Of course, it's a straight fact that the private school, they perform better than the government schools.
No two ways about that.
No two ways about it. This is not something that we can debate about it. All right. So if their expectations are not met, I think they can seek redress and go for, if it is remarking or whatever, they are entitled to do that. You know, the system in which we find ourselves now, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. Because if you are not careful, whatever that is rightly due you will be denied. I'm not trying to say that somebody is out there doing something. But investigation must be conducted into it and see if something has gone wrong, the right thing need to be done. And WAEC should also know that indeed what is due the student must be given. Must be given the credit. Why should I go and write my exams? All right, or why would I bend the whole night? You know, have my expectations, and at the end of the day, I've been able to do what I know. So you see, those when we were in school, you know, we have, you know, high expectations. We learn, we mind the whole night, we don't sleep. So sometimes when you go and write the exams, and you know you put your best, you did your best, you know, you are expecting something great, but at the end of the day, you see that the exam that will come may not what you expected. I'm not trying to say, of course, all that you wrote should be correct, all right, but you knowing yourself what you wrote and what you were taught, your expectation was very high, you see, but at the end of the day, it tend to be a different thing. If we were all allowed to go for remarking, you could see that something good could have been credited to us.
For that, you are right.
Yeah, so they should take the law. They should take WAEC on and see if there could be something. Sometimes it opens a way for others who may fear that after writing the exams and their expectations are not met, they fear going for remarking and fear going for investigation. They should test it, and it will open the gate and opportunity for others to follow suit next time.
But don't you think WAEC needs to sit up? Because this has been the case since way back when I completed BEC. I wrote BEC and WASI. It has been the same case over and over again. Every year we have students writing WASI, we have students writing BEC, and after their results are out, we hear complaints that some students complain that this is not my result. And as you said, they bend the night. And sometimes, you see, the most surprising thing is that you went to the exam and then whatever you learned was on the paper. You wrote to your satisfaction. Everybody C6. Why? You're expecting A1 or not C6. What is going on? So don't you think WAEC needs to sit up? It's like their effort is not solid enough.
You see, today we're going to talk about bribe, and when you go deep into the situation, you could see that this is Ghana we are. Anything is possible. Somebody may intentionally deny you what is due you.
Really?
Thinking that you come and do something so that what is really yours will be given to you. He knows that this mobile phone is yours. He will intentionally keep it. Thinking that come and give something to me before I'll give it to you. So people really do well in their exams, but they are denied. You see, what I'm saying, it's a straight knowledge, and it's a fact, because they know the private schools sometimes, whether it is an allegation or not, sometimes they do pay.
Oh,
and people, they do.
My first time hearing this from you, anyway.
Even if they will not pay to wire directly, they go for PFS, they go for whatever thing that they need to get, and give to their.
Does it mean that the government schools, they don't do same?
Oh, I mean the government schools now.
Hey,
the parents, they are not ready. Excuse me to say, most of the parents are not.
There've been allegations that they pay the invigilators, the external invigilators.
But when we were growing up, all that we know was the private schools. When you go to the private schools, the possibility of you passing the examination is very high. Of course, they teach.
Yeah.
But in as much as the teachers, they do their best. They encourage the student to learn. They also help in making sure that they get best grades for the students.
Oh, sir.
I mean, this is a fact that we cannot deny that. You got it. It is a fact. So when you are prepared to take your world to the private school, you are also prepared for everything that comes along with it. You get it?
Yeah.
Yes. So WAEC, I can say, as for mistake, it is everywhere. There could be oversight, a possibility that there could be an oversight. What may be mine may be given to a different person. All right.
But what should it be so?
Oh, I mean, we are humans. All right, we are humans and we are liable to commit mistakes. All right, so that is why it is good that when they go and do verification, when they go and do their investigation, and of course what they wrote, the result that came is what indeed reflect what they wrote. That's fine. But if they go and it comes out that there's something different, I mean, it is also good. So I support it. They should test it. They should go and face WAEC, and after that, we all know what is going on there.
Okay. Yeah. So a colleague just notified me during the first segment that when the flood issue became so tensed, this what's the name? The lecturers who marked these papers, the WAEC papers, they said the flood carried. It carried the papers. I don't know. I can't just phantom how that happened though. But the flood carried the papers of this same student who didn't sleep. They burnt candles and all that just to study. So they said the flood carried almost 50% of the papers away. So now that the results are out, and they are claiming that the flood has carried the papers away. So does that mean that they only use their mind? Okay, fine. Maybe due to the first paper we've marked of this person, we can possibly see that he or she would do well in this paper. And so let's give a B, or maybe let's give a C, or maybe let's give a A. But at the first place, how is this? For me, it doesn't really sit well with me. But then I don't know whether it sits well with you. To the extent that a whole exam paper that was being handed over to you to mark, and but the results have been released. Like how?
So the flood entered their premises.
That is what they are saying. That is what they are saying.
Oh, okay. But how possible that is it exams?
After the paper.
After they've written the paper
after
and
they've
submitted,
written and submitted
when it got to their custody.
Yes, the flood carried it away.
And they allowed the flood to carry it away. And here comes to your question: how come they were able to allocate marks? Or did they look at your face and say, "Oh, this guy, he'll be good. This lady, will be fine," or whatever? No. This shouldn't take only the private schools association to go to seek for investigation. The government itself needs to take it upon. That's why the Ministry of Education should also go into this. Because how can you tell me that the flood has carried the papers away, but yet you were able
Results
to allocate results?
Yes.
This it doesn't sit well with you, just as you are saying. So investigation must be conducted into it, so that we all know what's going into it. I mean, you see, this nation, sometimes I weep. Sometimes when you think about certain things, you feel very bad being a Ghanaian.
Right.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, sometimes I even doubt. I question myself how I got here. But anyway, I'm here.
I mean, it's so pity. So they open the mask on the chair. That's what they mean.
Yes, that is what they did, actually.
Wow.
Because per what the article is stating, a student who didn't write Ewe wrote Chi. When the result came, it was Ewe that was there with the with the grade, and he or she failed it, but he or she didn't write Ewe. It was Chi. So how come?
You see, there's something I always say, and wherever I go, I repeat it. You see, we have institutions over here that we are using taxpayers' money, to pay them, to resource them, only for them to work. But at the end of the day, the output turns out to be zero. Let me be nice with that. Even if it's not zero, they underperform. But every month, they get their salaries. Every month, they bring their demands to wherever they are supposed to go to get resources, but they don't work. And this is an example of what we are talking about. All right, this is clear negligence. I'm not saying that they intentionally allow the flood, to overtake their premises. It could be a disaster. But a whole institution like WAEC, isn't WAEC office at Reach? Or anyway, it could be another branch. Or whatever,
they didn't really specify, but I think they are talking about WAEC as a whole, because with the result, it didn't affect only a district, like the entire nation, both private and government school. Everybody failed.
But the flood didn't happen nationwide.
The flood. The flood was so tense in Accra here. But when they write the papers, say maybe in the villages, it still come to Accra.
Okay. So
and their premises is right here in Accra.
So they mark all the papers in Accra.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It's not true. So there is more to this.
No. It's not true. They cannot tell us they carry all the people from all the regions and come and mark it over here. No, I don't think so. That is not true. I mean, they have offices in the various regions.
All
right. So they mark it over there. Maybe it is after the marking, then allocations and they bring it over here for another supervision or whatever. But if they tell me that they bring it here
to mark it
there, I don't want to take it.
But that was what we were told when we were in school. That papers are not being marked right where we wrote it. That is being transported all the way to Accra.
It will not be marked directly or from your school.
Okay.
But it will be marked
within
the region. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Abi WAEC have their offices in the various regions. All right. And they have good examiners in the regions. So they will mark it. Not necessarily, bringing everything and pack them over here.
Okay.
So no, I don't think so. I don't want to believe that. And of course, that is not how it is. They will mark it within the regions.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it turns out that, WAEC is at fault, what sanction do you think should be given to them?
But you are paid to work, and if you are not working, shouldn't you be? I'm not saying they should be sacked, but whatever sanction due them, they should be given, because that is why you are paid, and you are not performing to the satisfaction. Now, why do you expect Ghanaians taxpayers' money to be, spending over you or spending on you? No. The right sanctions should be given to them. Those who played negligence and make sure that, these things happen. Okay. And it casts slur on the integrity of Ghana Education Service and even WAEC. WAEC has a reputation, and they need to protect it.
Okay.
All these things should stop. We cannot continue to do the old things and expect
a different result.
This will not help. At least we are in the 21st century.
Okay.
Things should change. Yeah.
Yeah. We are in the 21st century and things ought to change. You see, now people are also looking at this issue from a different perspective. Whilst some people are calling on WAEC, like the Ghana National Association of Private Schools are calling on WAEC, blaming them because they felt like the problem is right from their premises or from where they are. Some people are also saying, let's also shift attention to the students. Most of the students are so addicted to social media, 24/7. Of late, it has become so normal. Then you see a student who is supposed to be in school on social media posting, spending much time on social media than the book. And of late, it has become so normal that the teachers who are supposed to teach these students are doing it themselves. So you can see, I don't know whether you've seen that before, where a teacher is in a class and she's dancing and the students are also dancing, teaching. I'm not saying you shouldn't be part, because I remember then times in school we have sections for all that, maybe dancing competition among all the what's the name? Oh, it's not club. Is this section? Yeah, we have section red, section green, section blue. So there are sections where there are entertainment segments where all the sections are being involved in it. So do you think that, what these people are saying, that attention should be shifted to that? Because it's as if some of the students do not even know why they are in school. What do you think? Should we blame WAEC, or we should blame the students, or we should blame the two? Or we should wait till they're done with their investigations and then we can truly tell that there's the fault of the students, is the fault of the WAEC, or is the fault of the teachers or the parents?
At this time, we can apportion blame, right, by using our own mind.
Okay.
But the right or the fact will be seen or be known after investigation have been conducted into it.
Okay.
All right. So, of course, we can also blame some of the students. Most of them are addicted to social media. But the fact that they are addicted to social media doesn't mean they also don't know they have to learn.
Oh, okay. So,
all right.
So you are saying that we have students that are addicted to social media, but they don't joke with their books.
Yes. I'm a student myself. And I know
you love social media and you love your book.
Not myself per se, but I know a couple of my colleagues, students who are very, very addicted to social media, but they perform really well. Okay. You will not even see them attending class. You will not even see them learning or doing anything.
Okay.
But they really perform.
Okay.
All right. So people are naturally gifted with brilliance and those stuff. All right. So if you tell me that because of the behavior of this child is addicted to social media, he always on social media, so because of that you fail me. And meanwhile, I have my time to learn. People don't sleep. Daytime, person may be going about his normal duty, doing whatever he want to do. By the time you are sleeping, he's also not sleeping. So why do you say because the person is addicted to social media, you deny him what is still him?
Okay.
That one is a fallacy. The fact is that they should go into it and make sure that the right thing is done. If the student have failed, they should fail them. But if they wrote and they must be given a good credit or results, they should also give it to them.
Okay, so the students should be apportioned what is due them. We have the NDC Communication Director joining us, Mr. Nene Ayita. Did I get that right?
You didn't get that wrong. You got that right. But I'm not the director. You will get case for me.
Hey, sorry. The communicator,
I'm
right?
part of the,
communication team members.
Yeah.
So you're a member of them.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. But maybe you are speaking into existence.
Maybe I'm prophesying into your life. Who knows?
So we can receive it for the future.
When I see it, I'm like, I've prophesied, and then it came to pass.
Yeah, and I'll bring you your flowers. So clock it.
Yeah, so when you walked in, we were actually talking about the recent BEC result, it has been released, and there've been a couple of challenges. The National Association of Private Schools are saying that they've really failed their students. We know that when it comes to private schools, they are so disciplined when it comes to their books, and then when the results are out, Charlie, or you call private school, what failure 20 or sometimes 19. But this year they are giving them 30, 32, and so they are complaining. So they want to, they are calling on WAEC to. They want to investigate this issue and know what the root cause is. They are saying WAEC is trying to be biased. Do you also see it as such? Are they trying to be biased, or they are not giving to? Is it Kaiser or Caesar?
I'm not giving Caesar.
Well, what
belongs to Caesar?
Belongs to Caesar.
Thank you very much, Madam Host. I must say you're looking very beautiful this morning. Good morning to my brother from the other side, and good morning to Ghana. We are live on Ghana Talks Radio. Before I answer your question, ideally when I was coming, I was listening.
Okay.
Yeah, because usually when I was listening, so I'm abreast.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, I'm
That's
up to
nice.
speed. Yeah, I'd like to say good morning to His Excellency the President. He's doing exceedingly well. Honestly, every single week when challenges are coming up, he's wowing us, and I feel like Ghana is on the right track. The research agenda is underway, and then it's just a matter of time. We would all see how we'll reap the benefits of the hard work of this government. Also, a good morning to Dr. Samia here, and then my own brother Anthony Julius. The reason why I like to usually say good morning to them is, it's very funny that usually their shows, it falls directly to my shows. So and usually the conversations we have on this show, it mimics what they also have. Like the topics are very identical. So usually they are my senior bosses. So I borrow. Of course, if your senior boss has done the work for you, all you have to do, you just have to also borrow a few words and then make sure that you are tactful. So what I will say is, you see, this particular thing, I feel it's a Ghanaian problem. We cannot really shift blame to the government, okay? I'm going to address all that I heard. So you see, I was hearing you talk about the government sector schools and the private sector schools. And then I'm very happy that my brother, I'm happy that today I'm hearing an MPP communicator who likes facts. Because usually they will not speak to facts. And I like the fact that he's not shifting blame to government. Because you see, this is a
national issue.
It's a national issue. It is not a governmental issue, right? It is not, and like he rightfully said, he was saying that it's a human thing. About the flooding you were talking about. So right now, the culture of students has changed. The way in the past we used to learn, because my brother is a millennial. I am a millennial too. And our times, things were not like this. There was not a lot of social media, like he's saying. People were not addicted to their screens and all of that. We always believed in hard work. I'm not saying that these people are not doing hard work, but you see, in the private schools, they give them more incentive to learn. What you see, because people are paying. You feel it, right? So you put more effort into it. But when it comes to the government side, you see, usually because the government wants an all-inclusive thing that everybody should be able to go to school. So obi wo hoy be school nyane dia sebi. It's always important to get education to be able to read and write. But obi wo hoy be onone dia ni artisan. What you say, carpentry, masonry, what you say. But you see, you still need that foundation. So usually when these people go in the government schools, there's so much freedom. So what you say, enti akwala die. So many freedom. Obede sebi on focus. What you say. So I feel like that is why there's that distinction between, and also some of the teachers in the government schools, because they have this saying which we need to stop. That people say in Ghana, say Abayin Juma. What you say, Abayin Juma. So I know that once I'm in Abayin Juma, there's security. Nobody can come and tell me that I should go home. What you say, because already Abayin in people to come and teach people. Like the whole culture of people being interested in teaching is going down. So I've sacrificed to become a teacher. So I can do anything in the government sector. My pay will still come, because a delay cry, they'll give me my back pay. So you see, the teachers who are supposed to put pressure on the student to study, to do things, are not doing it. Make us a human thing, a young say a problem. In a sense that like I have to take my work seriously, that even though I'm in the government sector, I have to make sure that I'm not shifting the blame to only teachers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's a collective thing that we can do from all sides. Say, oh yeah, oh dear me, yeah me dear, what you say. So
everyone has a role
exactly. That is the distinction between the government and the private sector. That the private sector only say one try pamino. What he says. So he's always teaching, and you see headmasters going around checking all of these things, lecture notes, slides, and all of these. They are on them to teach the students.
Yeah.
But in the government schools, it's really not like that. So I feel like we should start from the base, where there's accountability and where the normal Ghanaian who's a teacher is taking this. That is on that side. When it comes to the YX side, you were talking about the flooding, right? Honestly, let's be honest. The flooding is absurd to hear it though say flooding is here papers in Nigeria, but it could be true.
Right.
Because no, let me make my point. You see, the reason why I'm saying that is you saw how devastating the flood was.
Yeah, very, very.
You get it. People's houses were filled to the brim. There was a lot of destruction, and of course, WAEC is not a special entity. It is also how will I say? It is a place in Ghana, so it's very possible, but it's regrettable that you'd actually do that. But my colleague said something about discrepancies and then human nature. Of course, they have to take it on. For me, if people have been listening to whenever we come in, we talk, I always back what is right and what is facts. Of course, I'm an NDC communicator, but if it is something that is a national issue and we need to talk about it, we will. So the Association of Private Schools that are saying that they have grounds to go, they should take it on legally. I'm always for it. So yeah, that's what I was saying.
we are pleading with you. This is like it's a whole lot. There is a whole lot of frustration and confusion that comes when a parent know that my ward is very intelligent. Not intelligent because they are just saying it. They've written exams from JHS1 to JHS3. This one where I can't be already first throughout. Then all of a sudden, he went in, he came out, and he was confident and mature. Now about 30. Why?
Yeah.
Why 30?
Madam Host, I think I should even come there with that.
30?
You see, one thing I realized from a family member of mine, a niece of mine. So, Onimadio, or Kasa, or Ribro, but let me tell you, the problem is the spelling.
Oh, okay.
What you say? Obi wo obeko obeka se watro. But the spelling
petty mistakes.
Exactly. Younger say me throw English and my comprehension is bad. What you say? My spelling is bad. The way I use my punctuations, full stop, comma, is bad. All these things. A 2 marks. In the Uber Quack exam, send a me braikano. You go write exam think it's a matro baubua. Sebi in Kwasia, dear no paper. What ya? So all of these things
it counts. It's true. See, I mean, I don't know CC says better than F9.
You get me, and only at that because you see,
because even before the paper is given to you, there are instructions. You don't write there. I think there is it a margin?
The margins.
You don't write in there.
Leave 2 spaces.
Yes, and there are some papers that when you write, you have to start with black pen.
Exactly.
Then you end with blue pen.
Yes.
And see, no one corner say you're honest. That one mistake is immediately they realize that the emotion are bad. They don't read instructions.
They don't.
Then they start writing.
Yes.
You will fail. So I think the best thing is that after they are done investigating whatever they are supposed to, WAEC will now tell us the reason why they scored them that mark.
Exactly.
Then we can stand on it to, give our final verdict that truly maybe they are right. Or maybe the private school still have more to do. So that being said, then we are moving straight to our main topic for discussion. Today is going to be hot, trust me. So with our first, it's been 365 days on, and then we are still asking, where do we stand as a country when it has to do with the fight against calamity? Now, tomorrow is exactly 1 year that Ghana was being hit with a tragic incident. We lost 8 gallant heroes, And that was because of the same Galamsey issue. They were en route to, I think, Brofuye Chrome, I don't know whether I got that right, to speak on the issue of Galamsey. But unfortunately, we had a very bad news, and then we lost this 8 gallant men. And so we were thinking that till now, I mean, sitting here, we should be talking about a different story. Tomorrow is exactly 1 year, and we would talk about it. But the issue is, those people have laid down their life just because they want Galamsey to be stopped or to come to a halt. But unfortunately, they've lost their lives. I mean, we have uncountable lives have been lost, and maybe that is because they are not known, they are not public figures, so we might not identify them. But I can tell you that we've lost thousands of lives as a result of Galamsey. But here we are, still talking about Galamsey every week. Out of 10 or thousands news that pops out, 10 of them are Galamsey. We are still here talking about Galamsey. Since your government is in power, and your government, before they came in power, 2025, one of their main promise was to fight Galamsey. And we were told right in the face that, I think they said in the space of 3 months or 6 months, your government said they are going to bring a halt, like bring Galamsey to a close. Here we are. What happened?
Thank you very much for that question. You know, on 6th August 2025, it was a very sad day, and it will be a day that we will never forget. You know, as Ghanaians and as a government in power and as NDC, because we lost a lot of people. Dr. Omani Buama. A lot of very, very gallant men. You know, these people would have made, I would say they've left a vacuum, and then we mourn them. You see, that's why I say that. I'm not trying to attack anybody, neither am I trying to shift blame.
Okay.
So what we set out to do was to fight Galamsey and end Galamsey, and we are taking up the fight. Why am I saying that? You see, in the first place, let us address the fact that if we baby never baby, what you say, obi jai adianu ne essay, and yabani CC. Do you get me? In the sense that, look at how Galamsey started. People don't even understand the reason why people would resort to Galamsey. Of course, greed and want to get rich and the state of the economy. That's why I said I'm not shifting blame. But if we are to talk about what prompted Galamsey to start going high, right, we can attribute it to an abysmal performance from the previous government, where they didn't care about what Ghanaians were saying about how when they were in opposition, their flag bearer was saying that Yetisikasu saw comedy, and they came and were claiming that Sika were mining, but people were still suffering. Inflation was through the roof, you know, everything was just deteriorating, right? And these things, when you subject your citizens to a situation like that, what happens? What happens is they resort to, because human beings, one thing about humans is we will survive. We will evolve. So you see, these people who don't have the opportunity and these economic hardships are hitting them would resort to get quick schemes. You understand? That is what started all of these things. What you say. And what has made it so hard to fight now is they allowed it to take root. So what you say. But let me state it. We are fighting it. Do you get it? And then I have schematics and then metrics to prove how far we've come with the fact. It is so sad that we had to lose gallant men, because it's a blow to my party. Dr. Omani Buama, you know, like the wisdom that he would have brought into that defense ministry, the change has all been, it's all now locked in a coffin. So what I say, or the Kwasamando. So to answer your question, just simply before he can also make a rebuttal and then I would come in, is we are fighting it.
You are fighting.
Yes, we are. And you see, the reason why it is taking time, we didn't promise it. You be trust it. And we were saying that we will end. I mean, not like you be trust it.
That is exactly what the president. Okay, our president.
Yeah, I'm talking about timeline. What you say? Say at the end of the day,
you gave a timeline.
Yes. So at the end of the day, my timeline say in the shortest possible time. Say me end because baby awujina you are not seeing the depth. You are just seeing maybe I didn't cause a havoc of 100%. You are only seeing 80%, thinking that you've seen it.
So it means you didn't realize what was really on ground.
So no, not like we didn't realize what was on ground. We didn't realize how bad
it was.
The other the opposition party or the previous government that just passed had allowed it to get.
Okay.
Do you get it? We actually were taking it from the face value. So okay, at the end to say destroyed water because Gold Board led by CEO Sami Jemfi, they've made a lot of things to restore all of those things. We'll get there.
Okay.
But I'm trying to say that we did our research, but we didn't see how deep the rot had gotten to say a crow because we had previous president coming out to talk about the fact that his own person is not engaged in illegal mining, but today it has come out that particular Akonta mining was engaged in illegal mining. So what I say, so you see how deep it goes to that if someone who is embedded, who is a financier in the past government was actually part of this thing, right? That means that the canker went deep. Can you stop somebody who's part of your own party? It will be very hard, regardless of whatever anybody would say. So you see, right now, the way the rot got to, we didn't anticipate it, but now we've seen the full picture, and we are up to the task. President Mahama is up to the task, and I'm telling you that we are fighting it. And then currently, Galamsey is on the decline.
Really?
Yes, because of measures we are putting in place.
But Galamsey is still on the rise. Day in, day out.
No.
They've been infos on communities where Galamsey is still ongoing.
Yes.
Rivers are being destroyed and trees are being cut down. And you are saying that measures are being put in place.
Yes, measures have been put in place.
Yeah, so does that mean that the measures that your government is putting in place is not effective
No,
enough?
it is working, but it is
or on a slower pace.
No, not on a slower pace. It is because of the way it has deteriorated. I say because of the negligence of the previous government. Into afiansa I say obi a we wunu. Afiansa yere society no. What I say.
And so it means ebeche. Enche.
Yes.
So will you accept the fact that your government has failed when it comes to Galamsey?
No, my government has never failed because in the first place we didn't leave that kind of thing before the MP before we left power. What I say. So it can never be stated that my government has, because it's my government that is actually doing something about the problem.
So the MPP never did anything.
If they did something, it was not enough. Because if it was enough, our fight would have been easier. Because what people don't really understand in government is ube kakra. Because it's only 8 years. You can. It's not like the other places that you can have a lot of years and do things. So the fact that you did not start, I feel I have to start from the ground up. What you say?
So they didn't lay the foundation. You are now laying the foundation.
Yes, and the thing is that we have realized that the thing goes deep into very, very vantage points and very sensitive with very sensitive, high-profile people, and that is how come. If we are going on in the radio show, I'll talk about a statement that President Mahama made as a deterrent to these things, that people in his government that are thinking to use their public office to engage in this kind of things, beware.
Okay.
Yes. So I'll start there. Allow my
I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Mr. Alex.
He has done well. No, this is facts. I usually call the facts
you said
guy.
You have done well. I'm eager to hear what you have to say. You said your government haven't failed, and it is because your government didn't lay the foundation. That is why it's as if we are not really seeing what they are doing when it has to do with Galamsey.
All right. You see, I told him he has done well.
Yeah, is it on a positive note? Okay.
He has done well. Is he has the boldness to defend the indefensible.
Oh.
You see how he's struggling. If I know some of his members, when they go to stations, when they are asked about this Galamsey thing, they decline talking about it. But he has gotten that energy to defend it.
Okay.
And I like that. I like that boldness. Condolence to our gallant 8 men who lost their lives as a result of a fight against Galamsey. And in fact, wherever their families are, we still mourn with them, and may God be their help. One person I really like every one of them, but one person that I really like him was Mutala
Mohammed.
Yeah, that guy.
Very intelligent.
He was very intelligent. Though he's a handsome man, but I really like him. Very, very. I like people who are intelligent.
Right, right. Regardless.
Or can say arrogantly, but he's very intelligent and he knows what he's talking about. But going straight into the matter, this is where we find ourselves. And of course, I'm very, very surprised we are where we are now. Today, spending precious time to talk about Galamsey. At this time, 1 year, 8 months into the administration of President Mahama, Ghanaians never expected that. Per what we were told when they were in opposition, you will be sitting here today, 1 year, 8 months down the lane, still talking about Galamsey. But unfortunately, we are talking about it now simply because it has gotten worse. It is getting out of hand, and the government sit aloof. It looks as if the government has lost the fight. Not even it looks as if the government doesn't know what to do. Now,
is that how it seems?
Yeah, they are devastated. They are exhausted of ideas as to how to fight Galamsey, and now they don't know about how the situation has gotten to. Is it when he was talking? He said, when they were coming, when they were giving all those promises in the opposition, they never had an idea about how serious the whole thing is. And this, fuels the perception of Ghanaians that the reason why this government is really struggling, is not making any impact, is because they never prepared to rule or to govern. And indeed, today he has indicated it. Because if you sit here and tell me that when they were giving those promises, they never knew how serious the situation has gotten to, and that is why today they are messing up, then you are accepting that your government is indeed a failure and doesn't know anything. It doesn't even think about where the situation was and how the situation was. They were just going about making lousy promises, thinking that Ghanaians there, just as President Mahama said, Ghanaians there, we have short memory, and politicians, we know the truth, but we tend to speak lies because that's what Ghanaians want. When you speak lies to them, you deceive them. They like it more than telling them the truth. And of course, he has studied most of Ghanaians, and that is why he always, moving along with the way Ghanaians think. Yes, today we are here still talking about Galamsey, where it has gotten to now. He said President Mahama will fight the Galamsey, but I expect him to tell me that indeed we have ended the Galamsey, because President Mahama told Ghanaians that in his 120 days he's going to end Galamsey. Not only that, he promised Ghanaians that he's going to use AI to stop Galamsey. So how far with that idea? How far with that 120 days going to end Galamsey? What have they done so far? Rather, it is now that their government, their NDC members feel emboldened to do the Galamsey. Yes, today, when you go to Mpoho, you watch a video from Erasmus, Joy News reporter. When you watch the video, like you weep for our nation, and you ask yourself, where are we going? Why our government is sitting down folding? You see, one person I really pity him is Honorable Amar Kofi Bua. that whipping minister.
Minister of Lands and Natural Resources.
Yes, I know he's called whipping minister. Don't
no,
you know?
I only know Emmanuel Makofi-Boa.
But his another name is whipping minister.
Well, how come?
Wasn't he the one who was sat before the committee and was weeping when he was asked to come and brief Parliament about how far a fight against Galamsey? He wept. He couldn't say nothing. This man, during MPP, when MPP was exiting power, President Akufo-Addo last State of the Nation address, this man had the effrontery to speak against Akufo-Addo and the good government that he gave to Ghanaians. This man, spoke as if said he had all the knowledge. He spoke as if said NDC government was coming to do something great, not knowing that he was coming to whip after he had been given the position. Where is Operation Galamsey? We have a national anti-Galamsey task force operators. We have military men who are in the forest. Why are we still talking about the fact that we are not stopping Galamsey now? And now it's getting worse. This government came and they launched blue water gas, selected over 2,000 NDC members. They gave them uniforms, go into the forest, pretend as if you are fighting against the corruption, but but deep within our mind there, it is also another means to give you part of the taxpayers' money. But because if indeed we have Operation Galamsey at work already, you have launched another operation. You have selected your NDC guys, ladies. I don't have any problem because then there's another means of giving job. All right, they are all Ghanaian. They also need to work. But indeed, if it was meant to stop the Galamsey, we wouldn't have gotten here. Today, it has gotten worse, just as you admit. Why? Today, NDC members are mining like nobody's business. Like Ghana doesn't belong to anybody.
Do you have evidence to that?
Oh, that's what I was about to
That's
ask.
why I am saying if I don't have a personal evidence, we have evidence from Erasmus video. You can check it. You can see. See, the Erasmus interview the miners and they asked them, what is going on? They said, even the operators, the Operation Galamsey, the national anti-Galamsey operators, when they come, they come and take their money and go. They bargain. When the chiefs come, they come and take their money and go. And the blue water gas, the NDC boys, they also go and take their money and go. So now, the Galamsey is going on simply because the military men have folded their arms. The police have folded their arms, and the NDC guys who are in the forest have also folded their arms, taking the money. See, today, when you go to Western Region, people are mining just in front of a police station. Is it Ashanti Region or Ashanti Region? People are mining in front of police station. Why? It is because they feel our government is in power, and the arm of the police have been folded. They have tied their arm behind their back. They cannot do anything because, you see, before election, he said that these NDC men went about going from one pit to another, from one side to another, from one concession to another, telling these Galamseyers that do vote for NDC. When we come, we will give you the opportunity to mine. And of course, they took that advice. They voted for NDC because they believe that advice, that promise will work. And of course, after they have voted for you, you should, whether you like it or not, you should fulfill the promises. So now they are emboldened to do it. And the promise you get them is that when we come, just don't even expect us to come and tell them go and do. The moment you hear that NDC has taken over, just go to the forest, do whatever you want. And that is why today they are doing the Galamsey without having any fear that anybody will come after them, because their government really know. He said President Mahama has told NDC activists, NDC members that, hey, I am coming after you. That's laughable. That is really laughable, because you know your NDC member. He himself had admitted, he himself have mentioned names on platform that these NDC, I know my colleagues, my NDC members are mining. And today, if you know indeed your NDC members are mining, what have you done about it? You went about chasing political opponents, jailing people unjustifiably. when they were in opposition, they were on Akufo-Addo's neck. They are Akufo-Addo's neck. That declare state of emergency. Declare state of emergency because the extent of the galamsey is so bad. So declare state of emergency. Today, you are almost getting 2 years. Have they been able to declare state of emergency? Where from those rhetorics? You see, Mahama is somebody that Ghanaians, shouldn't have given him that opportunity to come again.
Why do you say so?
Come again?
Why do you say so?
Because we have experienced his leadership in from 2013 to 2016.
And you think
how he messed up.
Oh.
But I'm not surprised. Ghanaians are so meek. Very, very meek when it comes to NDC and John Mahama. Do you know why? Because that's why I said President Mahama himself has said that Ghanaians, we have short memory. So when you tell them lies, they will believe it. But NPP, we are not like that. NPP will always tell you, I'll do this, and of course, I'll do that.
Really? So wait, this one, how many promises have the NPP gave out and they were able to fulfill it, like fully fulfilled it for Ghanaians?
Immediately, NPP won power in 2016. Akufo-Addo said,
okay,
I'll fight galamsey.
And he did.
Head on. He said, I will put my presidency on the line.
And he did.
Of course.
No.
Let me tell you evidence.
Okay.
See, we were not able to eradicate the whole thing.
Okay.
We were not able to stop it completely. But there was effort. Akufo-Addo and his government suffered the action we put in place in order to fight against corruption.
Okay.
That is why when we came in 2016,
right,
we had a lot of MP seats in parliament.
Okay.
But going into 2020 election, because of the action the president took against the illegal miners, we lost every seat in the
mining
communities.
Okay.
It is because they were harassing them. It's because the government was working, making sure that they stop. And the guys also realized that if you stop, what are we going to do? While Akufo-Addo government was in there fighting, these people were also promising them, vote for us. When we come, we allow you. Vote for when we come, we allow you. So while the government there was fighting against it, you as opposition, that you wanted us to declare state of emergency because the water is getting spoiled. You go to them and tell them, ignore this government. They are insensitive. They don't want you to work. They don't want you to eat. But vote for us. When we come, we will give you the opportunity to mine. And that is where we are now.
Okay.
So Akufo-Addo and the MPP government really fought the galamsey.
Right.
If not, we wouldn't have suffered that massive defeat.
Okay.
I'm telling you the gospel truth.
Okay.
Yes.
So if my memory serves me right, I think right back in 2022, then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources brought us a claim that some MPP members were involved in galamsey, of which he mentioned Chemaun to me. And then we saw the then former president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who said he is going to put his presidency on the line to fight illegal mining, was given a platform to speak, and then he said Akunta Mining was not involved in illegal mining. He plainly stated it, that he like, there's nothing. Chemawun to me is not engaged. So what happened? All of a sudden, Chemawun to me was engaged in illegal mining, and then he has been sentenced for 20 years. So this should clearly say something, or you do not see it as such.
I do not see it as such. The reason why I do not see it as such is that Akunta Mining wasn't doing illegal mining. Akunta Mining was not engaging in illegal, mining or galamsey. And Akufo-Addo was right. Why am I saying this? The judgment that was brought after he was sentenced, indeed justified that. Because did you ever hear the government? The judgment said the man allows somebody to use their licenses to do illegal mining. Did the judgment ever say Akunta Mining was?
Well, it didn't state, but when you look at the law that governs the Oh goodness.
The Mining Act.
The Mining Act.
Yeah.
It states that when I'm being given a concession, I have no right to sell it out. When I'm being given a concession, so maybe I've gone to maybe the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources that I need a plot of land, or this is my plot of land. I want to engage in mining activities, or maybe I just want to use it for something else. I have no right to sell it out to you, or to sell it out to Mr. Elliot, and then you go into mine without authorization from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. So in as much as Akunta Mining was not the one mining, so long as you have sold your concession to other parties involved, because don't forget that it wasn't only Wuntumi, there was other people that was involved in it. He sold it out to them. So Akunta Mining was not in it, or maybe Wuntumi was not seen with excavator mining on the land. But so long as that concession has been given out, automatically it's Akunta Mining.
Okay, thank you. You have direct questions. And just as he also stated that Wuntumi has been jailed 20 years because he was engaging in illegal mining. And that's why I also said the judgment never stated anywhere that Wuntumi was engaging in illegal mining. He was, and of course, I always say, Wuntumi has been jailed simply because he's an opponent. Simply because he was attacking President Mahama when he was in the position.
Oh, really?
Wuntumi has been jailed not because he engaged in illegal mining. All right. So there's nowhere in the judgment that you and I read that the Wuntumi was accused of engaging in illegal mining. He was accused of giving his licenses to a third party without approval from the minister. And me, I would say it is a negligence. So if you sentence somebody who was not engaging in illegal mining because of negligence, he gave his license to somebody to go and mine, and this is very laughable. And of course, see, posterity will judge us as leaders. If you tell me that you have sentenced Chama Wuntumi, who only gave his license to somebody to go and work, and lead the person who really engaged in the illicit act to go scot-free, it is between you, it is between the judge, the judge and God. And Ghanaians are also watching on, and Ghanaians, posterity will come and judge us because this is harassment. I'm telling you, you cannot tell me that nowhere in your judgment you were able to prove that Akunta Mining was engaging in illegal mining, but yes, you have sentenced the man 20 years in prison.
But the law was changed by your people.
I am not saying. I'm not talking about. I'm not talking.
I'm very shocked.
No, I am not talking about the law.
Yeah, I am not talking. Yes, you are saying that Wuntumi wasn't arrested because he was engaged in illegal mining. But the law also states that it is not as if you should be caught on the scene with excavator. So long as what is given to you, you sold it out or given to another person without authorization, you will be fined. Or better still, you will be jailed.
Okay. Madam, can I come in?
So it is not. I'll get you. So it's not as if Wuntumi is seen with excavator on the land. But so long as what is supposed to be done by Wuntumi or Akunta Mining is not being done, automatically Wuntumi will be jailed.
Okay, so after jailing him 20 years, has illegal mining stopped?
We'll come to that.
After jailing Wuntumi, after arresting, incarcerating Wuntumi, what is he doing about his own people? Joseph Yami, as we have been told that he's doing mining, and some other key NDC members, MPs. What is the government doing about it? What is President Mahama doing about it?
So I think that question goes direct to you. After jailing Wuntumi for 20 years, what next?
Okay, so let me answer it from this point of view. I was very quiet, jotting. What I want to say is, right, they always mention Joseph Yamin. That is the only thing they know. That's the name that will pop up. Me, I can mention 4 of their people in their time who were alleged. Unlike him, I will make my points based on facts. Because most of the things that he was saying are not factual. They are just things that every normal Ghanaian do. And that is what the MPP communicators do. They come and they want to incite Ghanaians by using emotional manipulation tactics. But let's look at the facts. Joseph Yamin came out and he said it is not what they are saying it is. And then the government has taxed the right people to investigate. And I have sat on this same radio station and TV show and spoke about the fact that if you are claiming that somebody is doing something, bring the facts and take him on. Am I right? Let the legal process work, just like the way it has worked on Wontumi. Let me correct him. Let me just enlighten him on something. When it comes to the Wontumi case, are you trying to tell me that Wontumi, in all his money and all his lawyers, nobody advised him that there is a law that if you want someone to mine on your concession, you have to get the approval of the what?
Minister of Lands.
Exactly. What are you talking about? You get me? So if I send someone to steal and the person goes to steal, is it not the same thing as me? Because you know the law. That the law is saying that before you move your concession to someone else, there has to be approval. You didn't get approval. 1, 2. You yourself. You see, I don't like repeating myself because we've gone through this and it's really, really getting down in the sense that you went and then you went to get excavators. You get it for the person. Uson and sao. I say me Brian no de me akubi say nene koye say ni. What am I say? And then you come and tell me there is Kube and you need security for Kube. What are you talking about? This is not a political. Wontumi is never a political prisoner. He was tried on 6 counts and he was convicted on 1 and 4. Yeah. Do you get it? And the question that he was talking about, the fact that how would you convict someone and leave the other person? That's never happened. The whole thing is that, the whole thing is that you go somewhere, right, and you don't speak to issues. That is my problem, in the sense that how will you tell me that you are getting regional security for Kube? Fine, let me just move away from that. Talking about, he made a lot of statements that I was saying that we did not see how grave the thing is. See, Madam Host, let us be honest here, right? Before we took power, Galamsey was at the pinnacle, right? We had lead in our water, we had lands destroyed. There were a lot of things that were going on. So when I say that we did not see how big it is, I'm trying to say that the harm that had been caused was grave. What you say? In the sense that must say Nyoma. Do you get it? In the sense that what say Nyoma? What say Nyoma? You get me? You don't come out and be like, oh, this and this is what has happened. Are we having a problem?
Please go on.
Okay. You don't come and say that we are not up for it when you have destroyed things. The reason why I said that was President Mahama coming into power, right? President Mahama coming into power, we did our metrics, and you've seen even Honorable Sami Jemfi was on TV showing these kind of things, how grave these things, how grave the Galamsey has gotten, how worse it has gotten, and it is because of them. So the reason why I'll make that statement is Yabano, we are actually working on these kind of things. Do you understand?
Yeah.
In the sense that more say Nyoma and yabasi fine. Let me make a statement on what President Mahama said. You see, the thing about what I'm saying that people don't understand is that you cannot come and stand here and say that Mahama is doing schematics. Why? Are you Mahama's PA or are you his friend? No. He was like, President Mahama, let me go. He was like, the prosecutions that we are taking against the current government will be tied the first person who brings a scandal to this government. Okay. We shall hang them on a cross as we follow our Lord Jesus Christ. And he was saying that the same about Beshibano and what the Beshiwana. What must say? So what I am trying to say is that he was acknowledging the fact that he cannot control everybody. What he has said, but so we will be a we are. He's not like their president who come and stand on TV and say that Ankunta mining is not Chemahuntum is not involved in illegal mining. Ankunta mining is not involved in illegal mining. And now we realize that it is. Do you get it? He willingly gave somebody the opportunity to go and mine. What he has, that's different.
Okay.
You cannot compare that to what he's saying. This is a man telling you that, hey, we will be now who nim now we yes hard we are you chill. What does that mean when it comes to accountability? Now let me just show you the schematics about the fights we are going on. The numbers is real. Last 6 months, right? I'm going to talk about forest reserves alone.
Okay.
Suspects that we've arrested over 300. You get me? Excavators that we've demobilized, you get me, or we've seized, it is over 20, and it is counting. Pumping machines that we've seized, 1,225. Changfan machine demobilized, 765, almost 800. Tricycles destroyed, it's surpassing 50. Motorbikes seized, 212. Structures that we've destroyed, 430. Gold detectors that we've seized, 40. Active red zone that our lands minister has now put under. Do you know that when they were selling Achimota Forest, now we've unturned that?
Okay, yeah.
You get me? We are moving to protect. You see, that's what I'm saying, that it is something we are fighting. And the reason why it has taken long, I want to promise Ghanaians that it will end. The reason why it is taking long, because this almost saying they did a lot of, like, see, let me tell you something. Even if you are talking about the bad things that has happened because of Galamsey, we cannot end.
Okay.
Because their government has, you see, right now, water. Do you know that? Let me talk about what we are doing. Let me from the gold board aspect. I promise that I'm going to make that. Do you know that Galamsey had polluted an estimate of 60% of Ghana's water?
Is it from the previous administration or currently?
Yes, from the previous administration.
Previous and
Pra,
currently.
and Cobra and Brim Rivers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This, like, what they allowed. I will not be like them who will be accusing people. What they allowed, because they had their own people, and if we have time, I'll mention those people. They had their own people who were embedded in this thing, and then today you stand here and say that. Let me. Oh my God. Let me.
In a second, please.
Yes. So, oh no, let me continue and then tell you. So, my God.
So, as you said, your government has less than 1.5 years to leave power. As to whether you'll be coming back or not, the Ghanaian will have to decide in 2028. Now, before you leave power, do you see your government totally bringing Galamsey to a stop, just as you promised, or there's still going to be a leftover for whoever comes on board to continue?
If God permits, that is our plan. We plan to.
So do you see yourself?
Yes.
Complete. Like,
yes.
No, don't make any statement that maybe in 2028 you will have to come here and say a different thing.
No.
So I just want you to be certain and then, I mean, be faithful to the ordinary Ghanaian that is listening to us this morning. Are you sure the NDC government by the end of 2028 we wouldn't sit here to talk about Galamsey?
That is why I told you that the Galamsey issue, it stems from a core thing. He was saying that our president made promises, we are not doing it. If we are to talk about things that you promises you made, something we've done, held the dollar at a particular place for almost 2 years. Something that your economic strategist, who said that Mahama was incompetent, said he would arrest him. The dollar just kept on whipping the MPP government. So I sit here today and I tell you that, Madam Host, we are doing a lot about Galamsey in Ghana.
Okay.
The only thing is that these people would spend a lot of their hard-earned cash rather to help the economy. They would rather do it by putting sand into Ghanaians' eyes.
Okay.
That is how come I call myself the fact guy. In the sense that when I come with facts, and I'm telling you that come 2028, we would have how will I say, would have been almost demolishing structures. No, listen to the word, because you advised me, and I'll take your advice, because of course you don't know tomorrow, but I'm telling you that at this rate, I can tell you that it would have been 80% killed. And it is not you know something, they are not coming back in 2028. Why will I say that? Because Ghanaians are tired of lies.
All right,
and you cannot come and lie to Ghanaians again. Maybe at 2040.
Okay.
Yes.
So
For lack of time. So I just wanted to say something.
We are behind time.
Just quickly, 1 minute. I want to talk about what.
No, 1 minute or seconds.
Yes, please. What Gold Board is doing about the water reserves. Do you know that Gold Board has invested 8.4 million for water systems? An EPA pilot showing early technical promise. 800 acres physically reclaimed at Nyankumase. But the scale of damage, 60% of water bodies polluted. The treatment plans that we put in place are even overwhelmed.
Okay.
But this goes to show you that we are putting our mouth, where the problem is, and we are putting resources. And you see, a gradual process. It's a fight, because as we are fighting, we are also pushing back.
It is a gradual process.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
But
so please, in a second, I just wanted to wrap up on this whole thing about Galamsey. The current administration, by the end of 2028, just as he said he's hoping that by the time they leave power, I mean, they've totally killed the should I say the demon or the Satan? Because I see Galamsey as one.
See, it will be so bad on Ghanaians, on the part of Ghanaians, to take any, at this point, to take any promise that will come from any NDC member, be it their president or my brother communicator Nene.
We are not promising.
Serious.
We are doing it. There is facts. I'll
dear,
show you proof. I'm giving you facts.
This government, by the time 2028, they are leaving power. I'm telling you, the waters and the forests in Ghana would have gotten destroyed, damaged, not even damaged to the extent that beyond repairs.
Okay.
Because do you know that the water is getting milkier? It's getting so dirty than ever before.
No, that's not true.
I'm telling you the gospel truth. But you as journalists, as you sit here, you are tested that fact. I'm telling you, I mean, you know within yourself that just that you cannot, contribute to the debate. But you know within yourself as a journalist that the situation is getting out of hand. And of course, this current government did not come to fight Galamsey. I'm telling you. See,
so they came to do what?
Let's be honest. And as you media people, you see, sometimes we expect that you, in as much as you are doing your work, you also put, the love for the nation, on top of every priority. Or you prioritize the love that you have for the nation. As in say, when President Mahama was in opposition, he spoke a lot about the fact that he'll be able to end Galamsey within the shortest possible time. At this time, we expect you guys that you should be playing every audio, every video, every second that
we
Mahama
are playing
said.
Both Mahama and MPP now.
MPP is not in government now.
We are playing it, but it's still important.
You cannot accuse MPP at this time.
No, we are not accusing MPP. But then it is the current administration that is on. But that is why I first asked him that before your government came in power, they promised that they are going to. They even gave a timeline.
Yes.
That but as it stands now, nothing is showing. Okay, nothing is showing that much effort is being put in place.
Madam
if you
Host,
ask me,
please,
but you have already replied to that. You've given your reasons. Yes, you've given you
done.
Exactly. Yes. That this is what. So that be it. We are moving to our next topic. I'm not sure that we are going to dive into our next topic. So,
time will not be allowing me to face him with facts.
No. So if you want to do that, then I'm next time you have to be here exactly 8.
I always come in with that.
Okay. All right. So request for unofficial payment to access public services in Ghana rose sharply in the second half of 2025, with nearly 7 in 10 citizens who encountered bribery reporting that public officials demanded extra payment, according to new governance data released by the Ghana Statistical Service. The survey also found that the proportion of Ghanaians who paid a bribe increased from 14.3% in the first half of 2025 to 18% in the second half, meaning about 1 in 6 people paid bribe to a public official during the period. So the government statistician Al-Hassan Idris, was speaking at the government series event, said the findings showed conditions worsened over the last 6 months of 2025, even though the country's overall performance for the year improved compared with 2024. Yeah, so in as much as everybody is saying that, the government is trying, the government is doing it best, they are putting effort to fight corruption, it has increased from 14 to 18. It was on you, so let me start here. Then I'll come back to you. From 14 to 18. And this is from 2025. And 2025, your government was in power, they are still in power. What do you have to say about that, Mr. Elliott?
Yes. So I'll say that the 70% figure isn't actually.
No, it's not 70. Yeah, that was a mistake. It was 7 in 1.
Yeah.
So it rose from 14 to 18. That was a typographical error.
I don't think it is rising to 18%. It's actually now, it was at 14.3 by mid 2025.
So this is it. I won't just sit here and say.
I understand, but
yes.
on
14.3% in the first half of 2025 to 18% in the second half. Yeah, so it was 14 in the first half. Then from the ending of the second half, then it's shall I say skyrocketed to 18.
I think we need to reconcile that, because in what I have also picked up, it's actually 14%. It was 14% as at June 2025, and they are saying that today it is 18%.
Not today. The first quarter of 2025, it was 14.3. Then the second quarter of 2025, so let's say from January to the middle of 2025, and then from the middle to the ending of 2025, it's skyrocketed to 18%. Moving into this year,
then honestly we cannot really use that to base on the gun. But we'll reconcile
so
that.
From the second half to this year, do you get it?
Yes,
yeah, right.
I get it.
Right.
But what I would say is that, you see, I always say that, how many years have we been in government? It's not even 2 years yet. Do you understand? It is not even 2 years yet. Why do I say that? If you look at the things we are doing, right, and then time will not permit us, but I would have given you facts and things that we are doing that showing that, you see, for a president, did you see what President Mahama did during his first 120 days? Telling his cabinet people and his people that he works with to declare their assets and warning them and all, because he knows that it is a human institution. And do you know that I always say that sometimes let's not always shift blame to government. It sometimes comes on us, because this statistics that they are saying, do you know what is actually widening that margin? It is the MTTD. You understand? It is not even based on sensitive places.
But the MTTD are equally working for the
Of course. But these are equally Ghanaian people. And if you look at what the IGP did, he made several press conferences and several communiques to his people about corruption.
So why is this still, like, we are still marking time? There have been several calls, but these people are still doing the same thing.
Because this is not, it's a government issue, but it is not entirely on government. It is a people thing. The Ghanaian people ourselves.
But the government need to enforce it.
They are enforcing it, but let me ask you a question. We are enforcing that don't throw rubbish into gutters, but people still do it today.
That is because there is no strict supervision and monitoring.
Honestly, on that side. So let's talk about cases that will have that somebody will come and say that, oh, my son who's 16 years is driving, and be happy that their son is driving. Do you understand me? But if the government goes and then Ochi Akolawea, Omeka say, oh, government is doing too much. Do you understand me? So in Ghana, it's a balance of public opinion and actually upholding the rule of law. But the president is up to that tax based on what things that we are doing. Let me talk about the reason why I'm saying that. You see, as a people, if I know that people are in Ghana who are driving without licenses, do you get it? And because of greed, I will not stand here and then back the wrong thing. Someone standing at the roadside, right? And I'm not attacking anybody, because I'm not attacking anybody's character, but it is a real canker, senior. It is something that we have to address, whether it is my party or your party. It's a people problem. Say what he say, me say I have to have a license to drive. I know that I have to have a few things, a triangle and things in my car, but I'll not have this. But when the police chimia, I'll say that the police is wicked. So what I must say, that mentality has to change. The reason why a system will work is when we put it in place, the other side also have to abide by it. So the first thing we have to do, that we are doing, is we have to change as Ghanaians.
Okay.
What you say? Yes, success. Now we're talking about this BEC thing. Say there was a case that Obi said Neba Ofie, right? On Suadie. But onimobi wawayek, it's alleged though. Onimobi wawayek, and I then okotuae, and I onim say obe pass because the papers be breno. Do you get it? So currently in that state, is it the government's fault? It is the fault of the person, because he is what? He is actually taking advantage of the system that has been given to him. You get me? So This things is a national problem that I don't think we should politicize it. That is the truth. My stand is whatever is right. There are things that he will say that I'll agree with, if it is actually wrong and it's affecting the Ghanaian people. Because I always say that apart from being an NDC party member, I am also a Ghanaian. Do you get it? And if we are to do this, we have to change our innate attitudes and character.
Okay.
Do you get it? Because the government is doing things. I'm telling you, there are a lot of things.
Okay.
You get me?
All right. Mr. Alex,
Yes,
why don't we recruit people based on their competence and how credible they are? But I mean, it's common with a lot of jobs. You go into for employment and then you are being asked. As for the females, there's a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Is it that they have an
It's
affair with
sad.
you, or maybe they ask you for money? And if that is not done, then just have it at the back of your mind that Ejuman Washre. And then one thing they usually say is that they say, "Well, use what you have to get what you want." That is what they tell the ladies normally when you go in for employment. Now, when you look at this surveys, they said the most targeted vulnerable people are the unemployed, because as a fresh graduate coming from school, you are vulnerable. You are desperate for the work. Why is it that the system is not designed in a way that they look at your certificate, they interview you, and then find out if you are credible, you are competent, go and work? Why do they still need to take something from someone who is already unemployed?
Okay, thank you very much. I think people are getting, encouraged to do this in our public service simply because they are learning from some people.
Okay.
Do you understand me? We have a government that has pretended to be working, but of
Okay.
course not working. We have a government that believe in just PR, just talking, kasa. And this government, kasa yo but the chance say entrance ni enye ejuma.
Okay.
I like the fact that he said President Mahama instructed his appointee to declare their asset. And of course, it is so pity that the whole president has asked you, as somebody I've employed, to declare your asset, and you take my words for granted. You never do that. They never did. As we sit, how many of his appointees have declared their asset?
No, it is not all.
That's what I'm saying.
See,
Most of
that
them
is
did.
so disrespectful because they believe they even know the person who is charging them to declare their assets. Somebody will sit in their office and tell them, "How dare you tell me to declare my asset?
No,
Have
we
you been
cannot
able
say
to
that.
declare
No.
your asset?" We are our hands have been deep in the whole soup.
No.
We are all
no,
taking
please.
the meat one by one.
Let's not make assumptions.
We are all taking the meat one by one.
No.
You went outside just to pretend as if you are better. You are so
no.
pure and holy than somebody else. What I want to say is that if this government is serious to fight corruption, it should be seen by action, not just words.
Right.
All right. And see, when you read the report, it said the margin shot up from 14.3% to 18 from 2025 to 20.
Honestly, sorry to cut you. I am also very, very tense about it, because the wave 1 in 2024 was at 18.4, and then by my records, wave 2, January to June 2025 was at 14.
But within 1 year, how many percentage? 4% added to it.
No, has dropped based on my schematic. That's what I'm saying. That one.
Let him finish first. Please finish first.
You see, so the people are learning from the politicians, and especially this government, because you see the reason why the margin has shot up is because the people believe that, of course, the government that promote corruption is here. The create loots and share government is here. So we shall all take advantage. If you will not have the opportunity to go and mine, we also have opportunity to take bribe. If you government and your NDC people have taken advantage over our land and the forest, and they are mining like nobody business, we will also take advantage in our offices and take bribe. So they are learning from the politicians, especially this government in power. Do you understand me? So there's no way this thing is going to stop. Because if the politician is taking bribe, you that have the high office, you are taking bribe. Why do you come and tell me that me as civil servant, me pay isana? Maybe I should, when I get opportunity, I shouldn't do it. I'm not saying that this is right. It is never right, and we speak against that. But you see, the leader should set example.
Right.
The leader should do something to deter the ordinary person. And one institution that sometimes I look at them and I say, Ghana, we have a serious problem that my brother was not straightforward and wasn't bold enough to talk about them, is the police service.
No, I spoke about it.
Okay.
I said
it's the police service,
and this is something that has not. It's not only in this government.
Of course, that one I will not say it is because
I mentioned it.
But it look as if now the level at which they were doing it then it has increased.
Oh, that's not true.
No,
that's
simply
not true.
see.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well,
it's on the same
see,
basis.
I have a brother. I have a brother who stay outside within Accra.
Yeah.
Is around Kasua, and whenever I'm going his place, there's a police barrier mount along the road, and you see how the police, they take the money as if say they collect their salary on the road, as if say they don't have salary. They don't take their salary at the end of the month.
So you agree that it's a human thing that they have to change, an innate thing.
I'm saying it is a human thing that we're supposed to change.
Exactly.
But where should it start from?
Yes.
It starts from the leader.
And it is starting.
Because when a meat or fish get rotten, it starts from the head. Because when you are with your kids in the house, whatever thing you do, they learn from you. Whatever thing you say, they copy from you. So the reason why these people are doing it, and they are not doing it in secret, they do it at the full glare of everybody. Because the law, see, one thing I want, how can the law enforcer tend to abuse the law with impunity? The one that have been employed to enforce the law, you abuse, disrespect the law with impunity, because the level at which the police take the money, it look as if say, they have to take it, and at the end of the day, the money that they will go home with, who did they account for? Who did they account? Did they take their salary at the end of every month? You see, let me tell this government, when it comes to corruption, they said a lot about the previous government, and they promised Ghanaians a lot that when they come to power, they will fight corruption. But now, this statistic, this report has even proven that it has even gotten worse within just 1 year, 2025 to 2026, from 14.3% to 18%. What is happening? It is because they believe, no, our government is in power now, so let's do what we can do, because this government is there, no matter what we will do, we'll be allowed to go scot-free. So my brother Nene,
no, that's not true.
My brother,
I have my reservations, but I like the way today you and I, we really respected each other, so that's why I'm quiet, so that when you finish,
but see, whatever you will say, it is just you want to rebut, you will not rebut based on fact.
No, it's based on fact.
Rebuttal is accepted.
Everything I've been saying here is based on fact. The reason why I'm saying that is that if you see that from the top, they have to enforce it from the top. That is the reason why I think President Mahama will start it like that.
So let me make this correction. It seems like this thing I got didn't give the exact facts. So the 18.4 was in 2024.
So
the problem is that repeat bribery jumped 5 times. That is under your administration. So that one is from 6.9% to 24.0.
That is,
and then voluntary appreciation doubled from 16.7 to 32.9. And then we are talking about the worst institutions that are involved in this whole bribery is what the two of you mentioned.
Exactly.
The MTTD, they are top. And then from there, then we come to the passport offices where I don't know why passport office has to come in play.
And you see that when you look at it, that's the reason why Honorable Okujoto Ablakwa started what he was doing. Did you see what he was doing? Removing Goro boys, because the whole bribery and corruption is with the Goro boy system. So passport, it does not take anything to fill a passport. But in Ghana, Do you know that people actually charge 200 cedis to do something on Snapchat, that you can actually go to Snapchat business online, do it yourself? That is Ghanaians. That's what I'm talking about. It is our innate thing to monetize anything. So now me person me jiska wo hwan sana maye. So these Goro boys were doing this thing, and it was happening at the airport. And what has Honorable Kujato Ablakwa done? He has made sure that right now, and just so you'll be you don't like, honestly, you don't like to read, or you don't like to seek for help, or these things, or you cannot just do this, or you are a Ghanaian who doesn't think about other Ghanaians. That's the only time when you go and fill forms, because people fill forms and take 1,000 Ghana cedis, right? Okay. And then currently, tell me the processing time for passports now. Do you know that in the past you could wait for a passport for over a month, and then we go to answer now? What am I say? But and that I have seen it with my eyes before.
Okay, please.
But in this time, a chair, 2 weeks. You get it. You get your passport, and it will even be delivered to you, and it is working 24 hours. What am I say? And they can attest to the fact that a year Juma 20. What I want to say is, see, anybody on the other side will say that we are not doing anything, but we are. That is how come as communicators, we have to always come with the fact. You get it? That is why I'm always coming with the fact, and I've given you the metrics on our fight against Galamsey, and it's not easy because our opponents are empowering them. Okay. You understand? Yeah. So President Mahama is poised, and we are doing whatever we can. We are going to make sure that Ghana is a better place. Like I said, Mahama is the hope.
Okay, last words.
Yes.
Last words.
That's my last words.
Mr. Alex, please wrap up in your last words.
Well, okay.
I like your demeanor.
Thank you very much.
It's very calm.
I like that.
Very calm.
It makes the whole thing very, very
calm.
You see, I would like to promise Ghanaians that we have better days ahead.
Okay.
But not within these 4 years of this clueless government.
You see, he's talking against Ghanaians.
You know, Mahama can never be a hope.
Okay.
All right. Ghanaians have seen the worst part of their life within this 1.5 year of this current
talk
government.
Of denial. You are in denial.
But if Ghanaians believe that something good is going to come out of these governments, then I must tell them straightforward that they are dreaming. They should better wake up. I'm telling you the truth. This current government is never here to do anything for them, but only to worsen their plight.
Okay.
Only to worsen their case. This Galamsey thing we are talking, they are in to make money to prepare for the next election. I'm telling you the truth. They are in to make money to prepare for the next election. So they will come and tell us that we couldn't solve it. Give us another 4 years. You'll be able to solve it. We'll be able to solve it. That is their plan. The Ghanaians should never make that mistake.
Okay.
They should never ever make that mistake because Dr. Mahmoud Baumia has a lot of plans to make sure that whatever evil that we are going through, he will take us out of it. In fact, this government has plunged the nation into serious evil that I don't even want to enumerate it. Ghanaians listening to me wherever they are, they know what we're talking about. So they should believe that indeed there is good and there is hope in Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. 2028. They should better correct the wrong.
Whether Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is the hope, whether Mahama is the hope, by the end of 2028, we'll get to know who the hope really is. And now, Nipa Ahinche on the Fatano, the Ghanaian people, okay, they will give it to that person. So that is how we end it. You heard from the NDC communicator in person of Mr. Elliot Nene Aita.
Yes.
I continued. And also from the MPP communicator, Mr. Alex Jan. Thank you so much for coming in. My name is Deborah Adoso. Thank you so much for making time with us. Meet you same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having us.